like 9:30, 10, something like that, which is way too late. Way too late. Like I should be going to bed so much earlier than that.
Not really, dude. You still get like 7 hours of sleep.
By the time you get to bed, it's like 6 hours. And it's
Yeah.
like,
You mean
try
by
having
time-
6 hours sleep, and then you go... So, like, this is how I imagine it. An office job, right?
Yeah.
You can turn up and have a slow day, right? I know, I used to
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
I got you. Yeah.
But, like, on radio, you can't have a slow day. You can't,
can't.
like, turn up and be like, oh, good morning, guys. It's Ryan and Arif here. You got to turn up and be like, good morning. It's 6 a.m. on a Monday. What's good? You got to turn up like that every single time.
Yeah.
So, try doing that at 6 hours sleep, and you're like, good morning.
Rolling, we are live. Yeah, what's up, guys? We got Ryan Howlett.
It's good, everyone. I've been here like 30, 45 minutes now, but...
Yeah, we almost ran out of juice. Yeah, what were we talking about before?
Bro, before this, we were talking about something we probably shouldn't be talking about.
Yeah.
But then before that, we were talking about my French friend working at Fly. There was like race stuff that you were like, well, let's keep that later for the podcast.
Oh yeah, I
when
was talking about shit, what was vernacular schools, right?
Yeah, and I didn't even know what vernacular meant. Like, what is vernacular?
You know how there's Chinese schools here in Malaysia?
Oh yeah, you got Malay and Chinese and
So
all
there's-
this, yeah.
So there's government schools, there's international schools, there's private schools, and they have vernacular schools, which
Okay.
is language schools. You could pretty much say that. So it's Chinese schools and Tamil schools. Tamil, which is Indians, right? Then it's always been a big debate, you know, like whether or not there should be because vernacular schools has been around for a long time, man.
Like split between races, you mean?
No, it's not really a split. So you could have a Chinese school, right, or a Tamil school, and you can have any race in it. It's not sort of like limited to only that particular race.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
So what did you go to?
I went to a government school.
Oh, you went to government school, okay.
Which is So the biggest difference is actually I think in Chinese school you still learn Malay, yeah, but probably not at the same level as you would in Kebangsaan school. Kebangsaan, which is government school.
Yeah.
So I went to Kebangsaan school, and well, the argument is that the existence of vernacular schools is what causes disunity in our country.
You think so? Okay.
I personally don't see the relation at all.
Why did it start? Do you know why it started? Because I know about these schools and it's split. You've got Malay, Chinese, Indian private, English, whatever. But why is there like so many? So I generally don't know.
Okay, that's a really good question. I don't know as well. But I do need to figure this shit out. I mean, I need to go and read this up. But it started in, if I'm not mistaken, independence, during our independence.
The British is full, isn't it? The British come here, fucking segregate everyone, and then it's carried on like that. Correct or not?
Maybe.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. You like shitting on your own people?
You have to, bro. You have to at some point. Like, I make videos like laughing. I started making videos laughing at myself, right? They were called white people things in Malaysia. And it was like stupid shit that I did.
Oh, dude, highlight some of them.
The stuff,
the stupid shit that white people do.
So I won't say like all white people, but like this is what I did, right?
Yeah.
And I became aware of this from my first girlfriend here in Malaysia, right? Because we started living together.
Yeah, what was she? Like a local? Or?
Yeah, she was Malaysian Chinese. Yeah.
Okay.
And I would do things, and she was like, "The fuck are you doing?" Like, for example, when we cook rice, not in a rice cooker, we cook it using a pot of boiling water, like pasta, like this, for example. We eat rice with a fork, and she
wait, you guys?
I did back then, yeah.
But what?
Bro is like, what?
No. Okay, yeah, that I have never heard of that before.
Huh?
So, spoons exist in the UK, right?
Yeah. We have spoons, yeah.
Yes, again.
But it's like it's used for like soup and yogurt, and that's pretty much it.
Did you know about that?
No.
Bro, you lived in Australia for a while. Did you not see it?
Dude, they don't do that there.
They don't eat rice.
No. They don't eat rice with forks.
Really? Yeah, UK do it with forks. I don't advocate.
Are you fucking with me?
No, I don't advocate this, by the way. I don't think it's a good idea, but
I mean, I know spoons are there worldwide, lah.
But have you heard of this before?
No.
Dude, I don't even. Up till now, I still think that you might be messing with me.
no, I'm not. It's serious. Until I came here to Malaysia, I never ate rice with a spoon. I always use a fork.
So what were you like? You said yogurt and
Yogurt and soup, and that was pretty much it.
soup. Okay.
I can't think what else people would use spoons for. back
Mashed
then.
potatoes.
I guess so, yeah. But still,
Yeah,
people
right.
use like knife and fork and stuff like this.
for
Nearly, if it's on a, it's gonna sound stupid, but if it's on a plate, knife and fork. If it's in a bowl, spoon.
Oh, okay. I guess that's a little.
I know this sounds weird, but this is like white people eating.
No, okay, so it does make a little bit of sense because if it's on a plate, right, and if you were to only have two cutleries there, chances are you're gonna have a protein over there.
Exactly. There
So
you go.
you need your fork most definitely, and you have your knife, of course, to cut it up. You might not need the spoon because you can use fork as a.
Yeah, you use it for everything, right? Use it for everything.
We don't.
Yeah, I know here you don't, right? Here is spoon and fork for everything.
Something else that you guys do, actually, not many things come to mind, but something else that is weird to us is you guys wear shoes indoors.
Oh, bro, I hate that. I hate that so much.
You don't do that?
No, I grew up where I'd always take my shoes off when I come in the house.
Some people even wear their shoes in their bedrooms.
Oh, that's horrible, man. You know when you watch like the American TV shows and they're sat on their bed with the shoes on, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? That's horrible. Like I in the UK's, so in America it's like everyone wears shoes inside, right? But the UK is kind of split. Some people do, some people don't.
Okay.
And it's like, this is going to sound really weird, but when you walk in someone's house, you can tell if it's a shoe on or a shoe off house. You get a vibe. Like, you can just tell.
So, what are the telltales?
The floor's cold. If the floor is cold, man, shoes on. If they have a dog, shoes on.
So, cold floors would be like marble floors.
Yeah, like often like tile floor, but it's like...
Yeah, tiles.
Yeah, if people have like carpet, for me it's a shoe off. Some people are like shoe on, but for me it's like shoe off. Because imagine like you wear shoes, right? It's dirty and shit, and you wear it on carpet.
Dude, for me it's just, it doesn't matter what the floor is. You're just not wearing shoes in someone's house.
For me, I agree, yeah. For me, I agree. But yeah, luckily I grew up in a no-shoe kind of place. So my whole life, no shoes.
Is it a no-shoe kind of place or just your family? Not your family. I mean, like it's boils down
it's
to...
the house and the family. The house is like mostly carpet that I grew up in, but like my family's also shoes off. But not my whole family, actually. So like my mum and dad, brother is all shoes off. But like if our uncles and aunties come around, they will wear shoes. It's funny, my girlfriend, so this year I think I'm going to bring my girlfriend back to the UK to meet my family.
Is this the same girlfriend from when you... Oh, no.
No. That was a long time ago. Yeah. So going to bring her back to meet my family. And she asked just yesterday, actually, she was like, do I wear my shoes in the house or do I take them off? And I was like, you can take them off. Like, thank God you can take them off. Okay. So it's a genuine concern that people have going there.
But let's say if you went to someone's house and, people... You would have to tell your guests, right, to take off the shoes, right? But if you do take off your shoes, it can't be rude, right?
If you take them off, if you take them off, I think it's never really rude.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Why would it be rude?
Exactly, right? It's like considerate. It's more if you leave them on. That's damn rude, bro.
So
that's damn rude.
So let's say this is what I was thinking of. Like if you're, let's say in America, where everyone just wears shoes indoors. And obviously, there's going to be some sort of shit on your shoes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
exactly.
Do you talk shit about that person who comes in your house with the shoes?
If
you know what I mean?
Like, if someone came into my house and they wore shoes, I would ask them like, take your shoes off.
Imagine if there's mud. Right, you're gonna say shit about him. Like, what's wrong with this dude?
Yeah, but it's fucking dirt dragger Brian or whatever bringing shit in to my house. Horrible. Yeah. For me, I cannot. I like how the first 10 minutes of this has been about like leaving shoes on as well.
This is great, bro.
You lived in Australia. Do they not do it there? Do they not wear shoes inside the house?
I've probably never been to many white people's houses. You know how it is, right? The international students in Australia, let's say the Asians, they always stick with their Asian.
Oh, really? Is it?
You didn't know that?
No.
A lot. I guess most of them. Because I went to a college where it's only international students. So it was easy for me to find my clique, which is the Indonesians, the Singaporeans, the Malaysians. Okay, so
this is in Australia, right?
Yes, in Australia. So I'm talking about my college, which is Trinity College. I went there right after high school. It's a college for international students. And then 50% of the other students would be China students. And we don't really mix with the China students as well.
From mainland China?
Mainland China.
Okay, right.
Yeah, because...
why not?
Okay, for me, it's easy. I don't speak Chinese, right? For even my buddies who do speak Chinese, they do understand them. There is a little bit of difference in accents, but so is the difference in our English. But it's just a comfort factor. Because, because I've had... my friend who she was in Australia from I think 14 up till 17, 18, she did high school there,
Okay.
basically. She had a clique of local friends, okay, white friends, Australians.
Mm-hmm.
And then once she met our group in uni, she just kind of lost touch with them as well. It's just like a comfort thing.
What
You
do you
know?
think? It's like just different, like I don't know, like upbringings, different things they like, different ways they talk
Definitely,
or something.
definitely.
Like, yeah.
But if you ask me, like, to highlight what would the like the difference in culture that made her want to revert back to hanging out with us Malaysians, I don't know, but I would say the language thing is probably no, but it didn't make sense because she was there for 3, 4, 5 years, and once you're immersed in like high school over there, you're definitely gonna speak just like them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
so
sure,
she had a very strong accent, like Aussie accent. Yeah,
That's why you get people who I guess sometimes it happens from the West, where people from the West come here and start speaking with like the slangs and things like this, right? La, all the swear words, chibai, all this sort of stuff comes out. But also you get people from Malaysia who go to the West for like 10, 15 years and come back with like an accent, right? Because they adopt like the vocal ways of speaking.
It's
and
not
stuff
even
like
10, 15 years, you know. Sometimes it's just a year.
Yeah, there's so many videos, right? People go there for like 1 month and they come back speaking like, "Hello, I've just come back from United Kingdom," and shit like this. Yeah.
What do you think, right? I'm interested to know, what do you think? I mean, because I know from the American point of view, right? They think Aussie accent is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about it?
Well, the Aussie accent.
Yeah.
So often when I meet someone
do
for
it?
the first time, the Australian accent, I
Yeah.
can try. I don't know for how long I can do it for, but we can try for a little while.
That's pretty good. Not too
People
bad.
meet me
Yeah.
and they think I'm Australian at first if they don't know.
That's because they're Malaysian, right?
Uh-huh.
Is it? Okay, so yeah, maybe they just get confused.
I think to me, Australian sounds a bit like a drunk English person. Is the way it sounds. Like people who. So when English people get drunk, they start. English people like slur their words a bit, and they talk like this with a bit of a laugh. The words all join together.
It depends
often.
which part of
From the
UK.
south, I guess. Yeah.
Is it the south?
The south is like that.
So
Yeah.
for my understanding, right, people from Liverpool, is that the south?
That's the north.
That's the north. But
That's the
Liverpool
north.
people have really strong British accent,
Very strong,
right?
yeah. Very
so,
strong.
So what is what is a place in a prominent place in the south where, you know, it's people recognize that their accent's really thick?
Central London. So in Central London, you've got something called a Cockney accent, which is like. Have you seen Peaky Blinders?
I mean, I think I can kind of get.
Tom
I know
Hardy,
how they talk. Yeah.
Tom Hardy is a guy in there who has a really strong Cockney London accent. Mine is like soft of that accent, but he talks like this. You know, it's very fucking strong.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's like it's associated with van drivers in the UK. It's like a common accent. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that. Is the way it sounds.
It almost sounds like Italian Americans, you know.
You think so?
Because I guess
Really?
I guess because Peaky Blinders, they're mob associated, right?
Yeah, but
So
Peaky
it's-
Blinders from Birmingham, which is like West UK. It's like Malaysia can, and Malaysia's got different accents, right? When speaking Malay, it sounds different between Terengganu and
Definitely.
all this,
Yeah.
Selangor. They all sound different.
But my exposure is very limited, and that's something that I actually. Have you been to Terengganu? Like, let's say Kelantan, Kedah.
I've been to Terengganu, but only going through because I've been to the islands on the East Coast. But Kelantan, no. Kelantan, never been to.
Okay, yeah, well, that's something that I wanted. I would really want to experience because, dude, I'm Malaysian, man. 30 years. Places that I've been, Penang.
JB?
No.
Really?
Yeah, Penang,
Malacca?
Penang, Malacca,
Sarawak? Sabah?
Perak, because that's where my hometown is.
Okay.
And I've been to Kuching.
Oh, so never been to Sabah?
Nah, Sabah. No, I actually I can't even remember. Maybe I have. Yeah, but I'm not like I guess just watching your videos, right? It seems like you're more cultured than I am, man.
Yeah, you said this before, like
Yeah,
before
yeah.
we started, that like you get the impression from me and Mark that we are more cultured than you. Definitely not, because I think it's just because we like someone like me who makes content,
Yeah.
which is like Malaysian, right?
Yeah, you want to relate.
Observant of it, and more so the differences between the West and here.
Yeah,
That which is why we're probably very observant of it.
Yeah.
I think how we've like adopted like a sponge some of the culture.
but how is your Malay actually? Because I mean, I see you speak Malay in reels, but are you reading off a script?
No, no. It's not. My Malay is not good. Definitely not good. But
Okay.
like, if like guns to my head, someone wanted me to speak and they were speaking to me with them,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay, macam sekarang aku akan cakap bahasa dengan anda, like your
Okay.
you boleh faham semua ni.
Like macam kalau kita cakap bahasa Melayu sekarang, it will sound shit. because I will like break it up like word by word.
You mean you mix it with English?
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, bro. To be honest, bahasa saya pun teruk, bro.
Oh, same. Yeah, same as me. Yeah.
You know what's teruk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh fuck.
Shit.
Okay.
Mine's terrible. But
Shit,
like
It's embarrassing though.
But the thing is, so I sometimes. But there's different people here in Malaysia, right? Some people are like, they like the fact if someone like me comes to Malaysia and I learn Malay, they like that. But some people are like, if you've been here 6 years like me and it's not perfect, why? Why is it not perfect? How have you not learned it? You should be learning it by this point. But for me, I've always been in like a English speaking environment for like my work and my friends. So
sorry, when you say some people who are who have that opinion, are you talking about comments?
Yeah,
those aren't people.
People online.
Those aren't people. They're not rational people.
You don't think so?
Dude, they're crazy. The comments are crazy, dude. Dude. Okay, fine. You want to talk about language, right? Okay, so I used to teach in a childcare center.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have a degree in childcare. I'm really good with them kids. Okay. Not really good. I used to teach there. So what I noticed is
out of context. That's like mad. Imagine that as a clip. And I'm really good with kids, by the way.
Yeah, love kids.
He bought his degree.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
Twizzling the mustache.
yeah, really good with kids. Yeah. So, anyways, as you know, Australia is really well diverse.
Sure.
You've got blacks, Indians, Chinese, Asians, whites, Italians, Europeans, all of them. Okay, so kids, obviously kids, they don't see color, right? There's no sort. The racism is taught. It's not something that you're born with. So it's really well diverse, and I've got one particular example that I always remember was, so my stint at the childcare center was 4 weeks.
Okay.
Right, it's a 4 weeks placement, like an internship. So I would work full time there. I think it's about 8 hours or 7 hours. Can't remember. Yeah, but about a full shift for 4 weeks. I went to this particular childcare center, and there was this kid from mainland China. He's about 4 plus, right? So he's in a class with all the other 4 to 5 year olds. He couldn't speak a word. He just came, I think, a week or two ago.
Of what,
right?
English, you mean?
Yeah, he couldn't speak a word of English.
Okay,
right?
okay.
So he just came a week or two ago. His parents couldn't speak at all. Both the parents were there. And yeah, both the parents, from what I remember, they couldn't speak at all. You know, if at the very most, they just know a few important words that they could use, but they just couldn't speak. So by the 3rd week that I was there, he could converse with all the other kids. I would say it's about 60%.
Wow.
And that's really, really fast.
Yeah,
okay?
that's mad impressive. That's really impressive.
It is. So one thing what I attribute that to, right? Why people always say why kids absorb things really fast, right?
Yeah.
Absorbing, I'm not sure about that. Maybe they do. But what I do realize is their attempts, right? The amount of attempts they have no ego. They have no and they don't feel embarrassment. So they'll keep mumbling and throwing out words and whatever until they get it right.
I totally agree with this. Like, I've always thought that like the reason it's easier for a kid to learn a language is because you're allowed to make mistakes. Kids will mumble and shit like as they learn it, but like as an adult, it's like you said, you have an ego. It feels embarrassing if you mess up the language to someone who speaks it fluently. You're like nervous to talk, but a kid doesn't care, right?
Bro,
a kid will just mumble and say it and learn
exactly.
It like that.
Yeah, so it was really, really clear to me. You know, that's when I realized. Then, you know, I didn't go to Chinese school, right? And my parents, they can speak a few dialects, 3 to 4 dialects: Cantonese, Hakka, Hokkien, Mandarin, right?
Nice.
They can speak many dialects. But when I grew up, for the most part, apart from my parents talking to each other, which is they would mix English, Cantonese, they talk to the kids, right, in English. So yeah,
that's why. Yeah.
When I went to high school over here, right, I actually had some cousins from my mom's side. When we were growing up, they spoke Chinese and only Chinese. And then when we were kids, you know, you could play together because you didn't really have to talk. You just play. Yeah, you didn't give a fuck. And then when we got a bit older, like now, you know, I don't really communicate. Of course, okay, sorry. Now it's different because I can. So when I hit high school, right, what I'm trying to say is when I hit high school, Form 1, which is 13 years old, I think Form 1 is grade 7, is it, for you guys?
Yeah,
grade 7.
We split it up, yeah.
13, right?
12 for us. 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you guys call it grade 7?
We call it year.
Year 7.
Like your form 1 to 6 is
7 and 12.
Yeah, 7 to 12, and then your what is it? It's not form. It goes. What's the word after it? For high school, what's the name? Not form.
What?
You got for high school in Malaysia.
We call it form.
Is it?
Yeah,
and
form
then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then in primary school,
Standard.
standard. That's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of. Right.
You guys don't use standard?
No, we just have year 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 12.
That shit's weird.
Yeah, yeah. There's a
It's weird.
difference, right?
Yeah. So yeah, when I reached high school, year 7, that's when I realized that people from Chinese school, right? They can speak English. I thought they couldn't speak English.
Oh.
Yeah, because my cousins were from Chinese school and they always spoke Chinese. But it's
Yeah.
just what they're comfortable with, right? So in high school, I've had I up till now I still have many friends that speak Chinese. They don't speak to me in Chinese, but they can speak Chinese and they speak to each other like in the same group of friends Chinese. So all these years that I've known them, 10, 15 years or what, I've never picked up Chinese because I never tried. No attempts. You know.
Did you ever get like not bullied, but did you ever feel pressured that you should know it? Surely, must have, right?
No, very, very
Really? You
rare.
didn't feel pressured
It's
to learn
very
it?
rare because you don't feel it when you only talk to people who speak your language, right? Maybe when did I feel like the only time I felt any sort of pressure, and this is really weird, right? I was on a tour trip with my family. I think when I was in high school, we were in China. So the tour group decided to go for a massage.
Okay.
Right. So they've got foot massage. Everyone's sitting next to each other, and then everyone's talking to their masseuse. Is it masseuse? Sorry,
Masseuse. Yeah.
masseuse isn't it a guy?
I think it's gender neutral. I think it's just masseuse is any gender.
There's masseur and masseuse.
Masseuse.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, so anyways,
Bro
everyone
really thought about that. Like, masseuse, like.
He just go inside a massage parlor thinking they're all whores.
Yeah. Is it masseuse, masseur, or prostitute?
dude, I saw the recent reel you did with Arif about Thailand massages. I was waiting for a different punchline.
Oh, yeah. Every time you hear Thai massage, it's like, oh.
There's a more family friendly punchline.
Yeah. And that was based off a genuine experience I had
Experience,
when I was there in Thailand. And got
Okay,
beaten up.
we'll talk about that. Yeah, so I was in the massage parlor and then everyone is conversing with their masseuse because they're mainland China people, right? And I couldn't. So that's the only the only time where I felt a bit like embarrassed. Yeah. Other than that, let's say even when I was working in a corporate job, I'm only speaking to people who spoke English. You know, that's my job requirements didn't require Chinese. So yeah, I didn't really feel that. You know, but it's not a good thing if you. Pressure makes diamonds. So if you're immersed in somewhere where you don't have a choice, you have to pick up the language. I have another buddy, good friend of mine, Benjamin. He went to South America for 6 months. Within the 3rd, 4th week, he could speak already.
Spanish.
Yes.
Really?
He had to because he just thought like, I'm gonna do things that I'm not comfortable with, get out of my comfort zone, backpack solo. Okay, so South America, it was a wild trip. But what he didn't think about, right, or account for was the fact that when he landed there, Google Translate was his best friend already.
Yeah.
So he had no choice, you know. It's everywhere he went, Google Translate. 3 to 4 weeks, you could converse.
And now have you seen you can get the camera, right, and you can like take a photo of something and it translates it live for you.
You're talking about is it the VR glasses?
No, just on your phone.
Oh, you can.
You can get. So I went to Korea recently and did it there. So I didn't really know any Korean except like hello and thank you, and that was it.
Yeah, annyeonghaseyo.
Annyeonghaseyo, yeah, exactly. And kamsahamnida was thank you.
Yeah.
But like you could hold the phone up and it would live translate whatever's in front of you, which is incredible, like super useful.
Words are like English words or even Malay to whatever.
Malay to English.
Oh, that's sick, man.
You can just put any language you want. It will live translate it for you.
Yeah. How's the buffering speed? It's just
Pretty
instant.
good. It takes like a quick while just to like do it, and then it works straight away. But it's damn impressive. However, because it's live, sometimes it will translate like one part and not the second part. But sometimes you have to do the whole thing in context. So I had it in Japan where I was trying to translate the menu, and it was like wet dog, and I was like, "The fuck is wet dog on the menu?" And then it translated again. It was hot dog. I was like, okay, that's a big difference. Between wet dog and hot dog.
It's just a common problems in direct translation.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen those menu items from Chinese restaurants?
No.
And then there's a lot of like fucking. Have you seen that shit?
No.
There was a couple of posts on this. This was in 9gag, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Is this related to your massage thing again? Was that what you were looking at?
Sorry?
Was it related
No.
to the massage thing?
No, it was
like a massage parlor. Like, oh, fucking.
No, it was a legit Chinese restaurant, a Hong Kong Chinese restaurant, and somehow the translations were like dog fucking this or blah blah blah.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's direct translations, which was.
But it didn't. It wasn't obviously. It was,
No,
some, it
it's
was some
food.
kind of food. Yeah.
Bro, it's food, man. Hong Kong food. Yeah, like you
Damn,
got your
bro.
noodles and shit. Yeah. But it's like I saw that reel that you did also makan angin, the same shit.
Oh, so that.
Makan angin, it means going for a holiday. Yeah.
But like the literal translation is eat wind, right?
Yes.
So.
But it actually isn't exactly non-relatable. There is a little bit of. Can you see the relation?
What do you mean?
Eating wind. Because when you
Like
go
get
for
gas, right?
no, because when you're going for a holiday, maybe you take a boat or you take a airplane, you're gonna be eating some wind.
Oh, that's why, is it? That's why.
I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it.
I don't know if you saw that whole reel, but that was actually that was when I first came to Malaysia and someone mentioned it, and at the time I knew what the word makan was, which was eat, right?
Oh.
But I didn't know what angin was back then. But I assumed that it was some kind of food.
Yeah.
So when someone mentioned it to me, I just went like, "Oh, is it spicy?" And they were like, "The fuck?"
Oh, they asked if you're here for holiday.
They said I just heard the phrase makan angin, and then I just jumped in thinking I could like get involved in the conversation. It's like, oh, makan angin, is that like a spicy food or something?
But do you remember who was this person?
The person that said it to me, it was like an old colleague. So when I first came here, my only real Malay immersion was with my colleagues who spoke fluent English because it was aviation that I worked in, but they also spoke Malay to each other. So I would hear the words.
Malay dudes, is it?
Malay dudes. They were all Malay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you actually picked up a couple of. That's how you picked up a little bit of Malay.
But honestly, man, a lot of the videos I did when I started were all about my experiences when I first arrived.
Yeah.
Because I guess a lot of British people when they come to Malaysia, they work in like schools and things like that. I've noticed.
Oh, definitely.
So they're surrounded by like other British people and all this. But I was working in this engineering place in Shah Alam, and just all my colleagues were Malay. So it was 100% Malay, my surrounding.
Bro, that is the. Some people might have different opinions, but I think that's the best way to do it. If you want to live, if you want to live in a different country, right? What's the point if you're not actually like immersed in the culture there?
Yeah, some people say that. I mean, there's this one time, right? I was there in Shah Alam, and Shah Alam doesn't really have many like white people living there, right?
Not at all.
Not at all. So I was in I think it was Giant, one of the grocery stores there, and I was walking down the aisle, and I looked down the aisle, and I saw another white guy like really far down, and he saw me, and we had this like moment where we were like looking at each other and did that like bro nod thing. We just kind of went like that, and then he went like that, and I walked away, and I was like, fucking hell, there's a white guy.
No, but bro, there was both of you guys were resisting the urge to come up to each other and say, hey, how's it going, man?
Oh my God, what are you doing here? But I remember it so well. And then I didn't see him again after that. We just bro nodded, and then I was like, fuck. And I know he was thinking the same thing, like, damn, what's that guy doing here?
I felt that way once. So if anyone who's ever been to Australia, right, the big cities, let's say Melbourne, Sydney, if you're in the city centre, there's Asians everywhere. But if you go 2 to 3 hours, let's say a train ride outside of the city, it's it's just all local people, right? They call them bogans. You know what bogans?
Bogan, yeah.
Which is American would call them rednecks. Right? What do they call it in Malaysia? I don't know. Oh, orang asli? No, not really. No, orang asli is different. Those are indigenous.
Yes, yeah. That's orang asli is more like the in Australia. What's the name?
Aboriginals.
Yeah, more like this. I think.
Yeah. I guess here we just call them kampong people.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So when there was one time also I had a school field trip. It was some environmental sustainability project, something that you know a whole lot about, right?
Because we were talking about my sustainability podcast before this.
Ryan had a sustainability podcast, and he's here to educate you guys.
Nah, relax, bro. It sucked.
Okay, so I went on this field trip. It was 2 to 3 hours outside of out of Melbourne, right by the shore, the coastlines, and I never felt like that in Australia ever. That's the only time I felt like that. We were walking with our group of, it's like our student group, all uni students, probably there's like 30 of us. And there's 3 Asian kids, which is me and my 2 buddies, right, that chose this particular elective because it was the easiest elective, right? Yeah, and then I noticed that people everywhere I go, people just stared at us.
Really?
Yes, because they're not used to seeing me.
Serious, sir?
Yes.
Where were you? Like, you were really far out of the city.
No, not that. Like
Serious?
2 to 3 hours drive, probably. Yeah, so it was weird because when you're in Australia, the whole time I was in Melbourne, I've never felt like that. You almost feel so at home because it's literally 50% Asian.
Right.
50%, bro. That's a lot.
Yeah,
I was just telling the other podcast guests that came over because we were talking about how some people here, right? They have this. They've heard maybe 1 or 2 stories of racial discrimination or racial abuse, and they think that, I heard the racism in Australia is still quite bad. But for me, I stayed there for 8 years, and I never even felt anything close to it. The closest thing that I felt to it was some dudes that were, let's say it's a Friday night on the weekends, okay, they're getting hammered with their friends and they're driving in the car. They would wind down the window and just shout, "Hey, fucking chinks, get back to your country or go back to China," or some shit like that.
Shit.
So I didn't take any offense to that because imagine if you're in the city and someone is shouting that to you. There's 50% is Asian. Everyone is Asian. It doesn't matter.
Right.
They were. I would have almost guessed that they probably had Asian friends as well. They're just having fun.
So do you think then that have you experienced more racism here than in Australia?
If you're talking about the comments, yeah, hell yeah.
You have, yeah.
But in person, no. Like,
Right.
let's be real, man. You have racist comments, like white people. Like,
It's like, can you be racist to a white person? Do you think you can?
what do you mean? Can you? Like, there's definitely is. They always talk about. Let's say if I'm a Chinese person and I grew up pretty much Western influenced, right? Consume all the Western content and shit like that. They would also tell just the last podcast, there was this clip I posted, just the last reel I posted, like they say like Malaysians trying to talk like Americans. Like that's how we talk.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
think that way, but the truth, and sometimes they say racist shit like go back to country or whatever. I'm sure you've had that before.
Yeah,
but the truth is when they're in front of you in that, let's say you bump into them in a supermarket and they are the dude that left that racist comment, they're more intrigued than they are angry at you.
Correct.
Because the
correct.
truth is, once you cut down that barrier, and let's say if you speak Malay, the language barrier, you cut that down, people are friendly, people are nice, man. Most people are nice to each other.
This is like a delicate subject, but so the reason I asked about can you be racist towards white people is because some people think you can't. Some people think it's not possible. Even
Why?
if you throw like comments of like degrading shit to white people, it's not racist. Because racism is always seen as like a punching down type thing. Apparently is what I've been told. Do I get them though? Yeah, I get them all the time. Comments
But
like this.
so fine, then what is what you would say the worst comment? Although I guess it doesn't affect you.
Like death threats and shit like that. Like I've had one guy. There was this one guy who always used to message me, and he'd always call me like anjing putih or monyet putih, and he'd always put like some animal in front of it in some way, and he would say like monyet putih cepat mati, and like then in English he'd be like, you know, watch your back, bro. Like if you don't watch out, you're gonna be 6 feet under soon and shit like this.
He say it in English.
Yeah, he'd say that in English. Yeah, but like this one motherfucker just hated me and other white people because I know my other like white creative friends would also get messages from this guy.
Oh, same dude.
Same dude, yeah.
Was it like a fake profile or?
It was one of these ones where it's no profile picture, no following.
Duh.
And I was actually suspicious sometimes whether he was even Malay or a Malaysian, sorry,
Yeah.
because he wouldn't talk like a Malaysian. He would write like someone from the West.
Right.
The way he'd like write his sentences, like there was no Malaysian slang at all, nothing like that. And I was sus. I was like, is bro someone I know? Like, is this someone I fucking know?
It could be, but also these people they're kind of fucked, man. Like mentally they are fucked.
You're right though. They'll type all this shit online, but then in person they'll be the nicest person. They wouldn't say anything.
Because they
100%.
You like maybe you can't relate because you don't do it for entertainment. Some of them do it for entertainment. Some of them do it for entertainment. Some of them do it as a release. For example, I go to the gym and I hit the punching bag and I feel some sort of release or I get a good sweat. Maybe that's their release, you know?
Maybe, man, yeah.
Yeah,
So a lot of the time, I think people they put a comment, right? And then blah, 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 and then they just fuck off and go on to the next reel or
Dude,
next
they
video.
literally do that. I've experienced, the first time I've experienced hate comments, right? There was like hundreds of them saying like, oh, these people have like no parents or the parents didn't teach them shit, asked me to go die and blah, blah, blah. This was I think episode 20 or something of the podcast, and then there was this clip that we talked about a World of Buzz article, and then they said that I was They said that basically it's like we are being misogynist. Okay, the context is the article was about this lady who was at KLIA airport, and a trolley guy. Yeah, I don't know what's the term for it, but it's the guy that's handling the trolleys. Came over and said like, "Hey, you're really beautiful, you're really pretty, and very sexy. Where do you live?" Right? So I was telling them, I'm like, I clicked on the article. I went to World of Buzz website and tried to find the article. I'm like, I can't find anything. The only context was from the Instagram post. So I was saying that maybe World of Buzz is making this shit up, right? And then my other buddy said maybe it's just a bitch that wants attention. We're just saying maybe.
Okay.
And then everyone got really pissed off, and it's like 100 of shit comments. And then I felt that was the first time, first 2 comments I laughed it off. And then when it's 100, right? And then you're like, oh damn, you actually feel a bit like, oh shitty.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
You feel shitty, dude.
I've had so much shit over the past year. Because here's the thing: there's a lot of white people who come to Malaysia and they make content which is almost like exploiting things, and it's seen in a way that it's like white people are fucking reviewing Malaysia. You've probably seen it, right?
The World of Buzz, they love highlighting those type of posts.
Sometimes they do, yeah, and it's like
a lot of times they do.
You see it, it's like, oh, watch me eat roti canai for the first time, or I eat nasi lemak for the first time, and it's like, fuck you. Like, why should you be entitled enough to eat this fucking nasi lemak and then get shitloads of views for it? So people get upset about that, but then people think that me, as someone who's like a white guy, who's relatively successful, I guess, in Malaysia,
relatively popular,
they think I do that sort of shit, which I never would. I would do shit which is like exploiting myself and laughing at myself, right?
Basically, you kind of work on more just real experiences.
Real experiences. I try to make people laugh and be funny with it. I hate the shit.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I have the same. I've looked through your reels and I kind of thought the same thing.
Yeah, people do. People think like I'm this guy who just like fucking eats food and go sedap, and then I get 1 million views. I fucking wish it was that easy, man. I wish I could say sedap and it's really good, and I get 1 million followers.
But it is that easy, actually.
Sorry?
It is that easy, as in it works.
It does, yeah, but I hate it because it's not
real.
Right. It's not right, is it? It shouldn't be like that. But people think that's what I do, and I don't.
Dude, we've got some British people, not British, I'm not sure where they're from. Maybe they're European, white people, right? Okay. For us Malaysians, white is white. Yeah. So I see some of these headlines on World of Buzz, and they're saying like, oh, a British girl says that Malaysian people are nicer than Americans. And there's a girl like walking down the street like, oh, the people here are really nice and this country is actually better, blah, blah, blah. And then everyone gets like, whoa, they really love her, and then they start following her. But I think you would call it cheap, is it? Cheap content?
I think so, yeah. I think that sort of shit is cheap. But you it's half and half. You get people who do love it because they feel that someone outside of Malaysia is appreciating Malaysia, right?
Of course.
But you also get the other half who is like, why the fuck are they getting so much attention more than someone else, right?
I don't feel the why the fuck are they getting more attention, because I understand why. I guess also if they genuinely mean what they say, I have no issues with that. But that's the part where you can't really tell, right? You can never tell.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. But
so yeah, if it's being genuine, then yeah, you're speaking your opinion and people like it. So kudos to you.
Yeah. But you're right. World of Buzz, they do love highlighting this, man.
Oh, dude, a lot of it. And
I think the guys there at World of Buzz, they work fucking hard, man. I know they work hard, like getting articles out every single day and keeping up with it all the time. However, man, in my opinion, the comment section of World of Buzz is one of the most toxic places on social media. Dude, it's so bad.
Dude, Malaysian commenters in general is toxic. You know that we're number 1 in cyberbullying.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you're a content creator here, then you would realize like, oh shit, I can understand.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a rite of passage. Maybe you're not a true content creator until you've had a shitstorm like that in some way on Instagram or Twitter or some shit like this.
I don't know, man, but because I've never been the type to leave hate comments, or like, for me the comment section is, first thing I would do is look at funny comments. Yeah, it's usually the ones with the most likes or whatever. Yeah, I'll just look at funny comments. Leaving a comment, I've done that a couple of times, but it's to people that it's just nice comments, people that I really like.
What I saw before, and I totally agree with this, leaving like bad comments is like ugly person behavior. Because do you think a good-looking person goes for Instagram and sees something they don't like and writes out a whole comment?
You think Jeff Bezos is commenting on your post?
Of course not, right? Yeah. Especially like, because if you're good,
you think Joe Rogan is, commenting and shitting on someone else?
If you're like a good-looking person, you're gonna like be like, why the fuck am I angry about this? Because you can just look in the mirror and be like, I'm a good-looking person, and you'd be fine about it. It's like an ugly person thing, man, to leave bad comments like that.
And something interesting, I had I think she's a psychologist, right? Addiction and trauma specialist, right? She's in that line of work. So she works with a lot of her patients these days, right?
Sorry? Who's this?
Dr. Lenny Su.
Dr. Lenny,
Yeah,
okay.
she's not really active on social media, but she's really fun, interesting to talk to. Probably have her on again. Yeah, but she's an addiction and trauma specialist.
Wow.
And some of her really interesting podcasts, man. Like anything you can.
She's got some stories, right?
Lots of them. You can talk about anything. Yeah. What's interesting is when she told me about the people that she talked to. I was so fascinated by this. The people that she was her patients, right, are the people leaving the horrible comments. They show her, the patients, because when you talk to your therapist, right, if you're a really good, not a therapist, she's a psychologist. Is it the same thing? I don't. No, it's not.
Maybe slightly. I don't know. I'm not either of them, so I can't say.
Yeah, but she's one of those people that do their best to understand you and they try to help you out with your issues or whatever. So naturally, if you're really, really good at your profession, you are gonna kind of get everything out of them. The transparency level is up there.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he's showing her patient is showing her that he's the type of person to leave all these hate comments.
Really?
And I was like, what?
That's surprising, right?
Yeah, then he asked them, why do you do it? Then he says, well, it's fun. Sometimes it's just fun. And it's exactly what you expect.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's just interesting because literally the psychologist, this is what the patients said to the psychologist. Fun, and sometimes it's you just want to release.
Yeah.
You just want to
like
release.
you said about your boxing is your thing, right? You hit the punching bag for them. It's
Going to
sending
the
a
gym,
comment.
bro.
Yeah.
Same sort of shit lah.
But it's been said before, right? But like a lot of time when people leave these comments, I think when people see someone online that is known for being like an online personality, they're just like a figure. They're not even like a real person. They're just a figure that they've heard of, right? And they don't even think about it actually going through to the other person and them actually seeing it. But and I think that's what happens with me and maybe with you as well. Like you get these comments, people don't think you're going to see it, but like we're just normal people, right? We're just fucking normal people. We're not any different or higher up or anything like that. We're just fucking normal dudes.
No, I used to think like you messaged someone with a few 100,000 followers or whatever, they're never gonna read your stuff or what. But it doesn't work like that, man.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, because people assume that. Okay, let's say if you have 200, 300, 400,000 followers, people assume that every day it's gonna be 1,000 messages or what.
Right? Yeah.
First of all, only if your reel or your post is still growing, and then you would get engagement. If you don't post anything, then you just don't get any messages.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it is.
Of course. I remember thinking like that though. I remember like, I'm like damn lucky and grateful to be in the position I am now with like a few 100,000 followers. It's great, man. But I remember thinking back when I started content and seeing someone with like 200,000 followers and being like, holy fuck, that's incredible, man, that they have that many people following them. But then I quickly learned how a lot of it in Malaysia is actually fake.
Is it only in Malaysia? You know what I mean?
No, it's not. But here especially there's a lot.
Let's talk about this, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say names of these people, but I've met a lot of like people who are actors and actresses here in Malaysia or people in the music industry. They have like 1 million followers, 2 million followers. And to me, I was always very suspicious. I was like, that seems like it's fake. And they told me. They were like, yeah, especially in the movie industry, it has to be, because a lot of the time there are directors here, this is just what I've been told, directors who look for people with lots of followers online, despite them being obviously fake. You see a reel, they have 2 million followers and their reel has like 200 likes. You're like, come on.
So it's sort of like, even though your bosses or the person that's the employers, the people recruiting you, headhunting you, even though they know it's fake, but if the impression itself works, and they're still gonna go with it. So, for example, right, I do feel like I used to think that it's always so easy to tell, right? You just look at the followers and you look at the engagement. But sometimes it's not like that, because some people just have a lot of followers and they don't have as good engagement because they've been popular for. Like they've been way more popular maybe 5-6 years ago. Correct, it's just that the followers stay. Yeah, so that's what I noticed. You can have some people. There's actually quite a few, man, like 1 million over, and their engagement is as of someone with 100,000. Literally.
does happen. Here's a good way of knowing. You know Threads, right? Like the meta version of Twitter, right?
Oh, yeah.
Most people, I've noticed when they started up Threads, they use that thing where it's like an automatic follow of who you follow on Instagram. So
Is it?
Yeah. So when it started, you can like automatically follow who you follow on Instagram.
Do you
on
post?
Threads.
Sorry, do you post on Threads?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes. Okay. So, and what I noticed is that most people have got like around 10% of the followers on Threads they would on Instagram, on average, right? But you can see some people have like way less than that. Way less than that. Why? Because they have fake followers. Okay. That's like a secret, like almost an unintentional thing that Threads did, right? Like it showed who has fake followers, who doesn't. Look, okay, someone, for example, who has
no. I'll tell you why it makes sense. Because I saw Mark and Threads. I think it's like what you said. His one is a bit more. His
is actually over because he posts quite regularly. His is quite about over, but there's some people like, for example, someone who's very well known, like YB Saidi. He's got a big following on Instagram. He's also got a big following on Threads because it's like legit people following.
What about you? What's your followers on Threads?
Threads, something like 30,000, something.
Yeah, it's exactly
like that.
It's exactly, and so I don't post anything, but it's exactly like what you said. I have 800 over there, but Instagram I have 6,000. So
it's the same. About 10%. Yeah, it's more or less. It's like 10, 15, sometimes a bit less.
Yeah, you were saying when you just got here and you're looking for some friends.
Yeah, so I had no friends. So you go on Google, just type up like meetup groups or something like this.
Bro, I haven't even asked you anything about like why you chose Malaysia or.
Yeah, I know, right? We started talking about race and shit.
That's great though.
Hey man, what do you think about white people? Fuck white people.
Yeah, no, but I think that's the interesting stuff. Okay, yeah, but dude, just rewind a little bit. You came here when you were how old?
The very first time I came here, I was 23 when I first came.
2017.
So, so how it was like this. I was working in an engineering company in the UK, and they set up a joint venture company here in Malaysia. So it's half British, half Malaysian. And while we were setting it up, we would send people from there to here to like help with the process of training and bringing things over and this kind of stuff. I came out like 3 times for a few weeks and I freaking loved it, my time when I was here. But at the end of 2017, I thought like that was it. I thought I'd never come back again. Because they were like, right, the company's done now. We're good.
So tell me about the experience, man, the 3 weeks.
It was like, so that was not only the first time in Malaysia for me, but the first time I'd even gone to Asia. Anywhere in Asia, right? So
oh really?
Yeah. So it was and it was in Shah Alam. It was that area. So for me, it was like, damn, it was just totally different to anything.
Is that where you saw the other white dude in the supermarket?
No, this is when I fully moved here. So, but the first ever meal I had was like a hot pot type thing, and even that concept was something I would like never done before.
But don't they have that in?
God, but I'm from a freaking kampong, bro.
In London, it's everywhere, bro.
Yeah, in London it is. Yeah. So that was like totally different for me.
Bro,
experience.
You just said God.
Yeah.
Dude, like,
you mean like say God as in like have, right?
Bro, it's so ridiculous. Like I always like to think like if you're a white person, right? Like let's say you're an American, and then you listen to how Australians speak and you think that's funny, or British people how that's funny. Yeah, try talking to a Malaysian. We sound retarded, dude.
Nah, but it is
fucking retarded.
It's just the way that Malaysians speak, right? It's just the way, because you're brought up with Rojak languages so much, so it's like you take the way you speak from like Malay or Chinese into English, right? And that's how it works.
So the vocabulary and grammar is already fucked, but the accent is just like sounds ridiculous, don't you think?
The accent?
Yes. You don't think so?
I mean, when you first arrive, it's just like a different way of speaking English, right? It still makes sense. Still perfectly makes sense.
Does it? Oh, I thought like we kind of speak a bit too fast for you guys.
No. I think the way, like, if you talk about Manglish, right? Manglish is just simplified English.
It is, with some terms or what that you wouldn't understand because it's so far out of what you guys would use in a sentence.
Yeah, I've made so many reels about this, man, about like how like English, you can make a whole fucking 2-3 sentence long question, and Manglish you can just ask the same thing in 4 words, and just simplify it.
It is
because like I said, because you take things from Malay, because Malay is like a simple language, right? Very simple in terms of the way it's like structured and everything, and you just take the way that's spoken into English, and that's how it comes from.
And I guess I sort of how I kind of like make sense of why we sound this way or why our accent is like this is because when the British came over and then we want to pick up their language, So we just sort of reach and grab whatever words we can and mix it with ours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why we speak like that right
Do you know,
now.
sometimes I think, man, I often think this, like, back in the day, right? Back in the day, before there was, like, people traveling to other countries.
Yeah.
When people first, let's say when people from the UK first came to Malaysia, right?
Yes.
How the fuck did anyone communicate with each other? Because back then, people in Malaysia wouldn't know English, of course.
Violence.
Right? Like, but there was something established. Like, there was some communication established, right? And it was like, how? And I think it must have come from, like, kids must have grown up surrounded by some, like, form of English, some form of, like, Malay, and they adopted both together and then got it. Because, I mean, you think about nouns, right? If we didn't speak the same language, I can say, like, table, and you'd get the idea that the word table means this thing, right? You'd get that. But for
No. What do you mean? Like
if I'm trying to tell you how to speak English, you didn't speak a single word of English, right?
But you're saying because the table's in front of us, so I know
I'm
what
saying
it is.
like table.
Yeah.
You get the idea, right?
'cause
That
you're
I'm pointing.
pointing.
This thing's
Yeah.
called a table. But for like words like verbs and adjectives,
Yeah.
How the fuck they got that across? Because if I just pointed at something and said beautiful, you might think that
You're
that
saying
person's
ugly.
name is beautiful, or this table, the name for this table is beautiful. Do you see what I mean? It must have
Yeah.
been so hard, man, to get that first language thing across.
Definitely, bro. This is like stoner talk, man.
Yeah, I know, it is a bit.
Yeah, no, but really, I would like honestly, I would like to know, before the British people came over to Malaysia, like, how much of English were people speaking over here? I'm sure there was, but why and how, right?
Do you think so? Do you think people spoke any English? I don't know if they did.
I think they...
I'm not sure.
Okay, so from what I know, the people that were the prime ministers, right? They were raised in the 30s, 40s. This was World War One, right? Before the British came around... Oh shit, I'm so bad. I think it's about 40 to... I know independence is 50... 57.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 50, you know, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 57. But do you know how long they occupied here?
Well, in a long time, like 100 years.
British?
Yeah, 100 years. A
Oh
long time,
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I have no
Because the
fucking...
Portuguese were here beforehand, then the British came, but then Japanese came in World War Two.
Yeah.
And the British came back, and then...
Bro, you know more than me.
Oh,
Do you guys learn about Malaysia in your history books?
no, not at all.
But you guys... Not at all.
Not at all.
That's so weird. It's a country that you guys occupied.
Yeah. When we talk about the war, we only learn about
It took
like,
effort
Europe.
to do that, you know?
Yeah. But you know the funny thing that I knew before I even ever came to Malaysia, I knew all about it because it's going to sound really weird, but my dad, when he was 25 years old, got the opportunity to move to Malaysia. He got a job offer, but he said no.
When your dad was 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about...
It's like the 80s.
70 or 80s,
80s. He said no because my nan, his mum, was like, you can't go. Who's going to look after me when I'm old?
Okay.
How am I going to see you? Blah, blah, blah.
I thought she was going to curse out Malaysia.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No.
So he went, okay, I'll stay in the UK. But then I got the same opportunity when I was 25. And when I got it, my dad was like, you have to go. You have to go.
So your dad literally, he didn't because he had obligations to take care of your grandma.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't really. It was just my nan was like persuading him not to go.
But what... Is it because your grandma also had a bad perspective of it?
I think back then, right, in the 80s, like contacting people on the other side of the world was like nearly impossible. So people would travel to the other side of the world and you wouldn't see them again or even hear from them in months, right?
Yeah, you would only contact them if it's your relative that's over there.
Yeah, and
right?
you'd have to do like landline calls and organize it in some way. It was like there was no emails or text right back then. So, and my nan was just worried that she'd never see him again and she wanted him to be in the UK. So she persuaded him to not go and he said no.
Yeah.
But then I got the same opportunity, weirdly at the same age, and he was like, you have to go. You have to go.
So what was your... I would love to know what was your dad's... Like, never mind your grandma, but what was your dad's perspective of Malaysia, if you can sort of try and guess.
I think he was like very intrigued by it.
No. I know that, but what is Malaysia? You know, to him.
Oh, to him, I think all he knew was Kuala Lumpur. He only knew KL, like that part.
But
of
what
it.
is KL to him? Like, what comes to mind? Because I have no fucking clue. If I was him in the 80s, what is there?
He wasn't like one of these people who thought about like, oh, Malaysia isn't that where people live in trees and shit like that. No, he didn't.
I would think that.
He didn't think that because he still knew that like KL was a city like with shit going on, right? Even back then, like KL and Bangkok was like getting pretty built up by that point.
The city, of course.
So he knew it had like it was building very fast. It was like a hub in Asia, but outside of KL, he had no idea.
Maybe he just he liked Asian girls.
he was fucking married at that point.
Okay.
Or not married, but he was like, was he married? I don't know. It was around the time when he got married to my mum.
So something I thought about, like white people love Asian girls. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. They like Asian girls, but did they like Asian girls even more so back then when not as many Asian people were in their countries, and there was more scarcity to being exposed to them.
It must have been like, for them, they would have maybe never even seen someone of a different race, right? So
apart from some Bruce Lee movies and there's some Asian chick in it.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So like, I think they would have been like, holy fuck, like, who the fuck is this? And they probably were like really attracted at first, I think. But
Or maybe weirded out.
Huh?
Or maybe weirded out, like they're so skinny.
Yeah, maybe so, maybe so. Like, I'm very sure that like my... people like my grandparents' era, like stuff like that, they probably never saw like a black person until they were like in their late teens or 20s maybe. They would have never even seen a black person. So for the first time seeing them, they would have been like, oh my god, they look so different to us.
Tell me about the black people in the UK, man. When did they go over there? Do you have any clue?
I don't know too much about it, to be honest. Don't know too much about it, but hundreds of years black people have been in the UK. For
Something really interesting I found out, because like I think Civil War, and then they call it the Jim Crow.
That's US. That's America. Yeah. Jim Crow laws, which was where the black and whites were segregated.
Yes. So that was, I think, in 1800s, right?
90s. Also in the 90s.
1900s. No. I mean it got.
Sorry, 1900s. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So in 1900s is when it was still active and all. Then I think it was really interesting that I saw that in the 60s, right? There are still some universities in America where you're a black person couldn't go to this area, Yeah, and
that's what like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King came in and they stopped all these Jim Crow laws.
Yeah.
They even had like fucking fountains were separated. They were like, you can't drink at the same fountain as a white person. Toilets were all different.
It's fucking mad, dude.
It's mad to think that was like less than 100 years ago, right?
Yeah, it's mad.
That lifestyle of like
something really this is not so related, but then it's quite stupid, man. I was working at Zara and there was this dude working there. He's a super hipster dude. Okay. He's got really full hair. It was those curly type, but he made it look so good and permed really nicely.
Yeah. I'm so jealous of people like that with like great hair.
Full beard, same. Yeah, full beard. He's got that volume. So yeah, full beard and nose piercing, just really hipster dude.
Yeah.
And he came to work one day and started telling me, like, I'm just, I've done my research, I've done my digging, I've gone on this path of like a spiritual vegan journey.
Spiritual vegan journey.
Yes. So he's trying to.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bro, like ticked all of them in one go. Like, has he traveled to India? I bet he's traveled to India.
No. So he's most of his research, whatever, is just online. So the moment he said that to me, I'm like, okay, I want to hear what this guy has to say.
Okay.
So he starts telling me that humans are not meant to eat meat. And he says,
oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was so dumb back then, and he said this to me. Think about this: if you went and kill a dog right now, or any meat, a fish or chicken or whatever, and you ate it raw, you would fall sick. And I'm like, oh yeah, he's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's right about that. Then he also said that back then you told someone that a black person wasn't a slave. It's like saying a cat is a dog. And I'm like, oh, he's right too.
Wait, what? Hang on. Rewind that back. My mind's just like, wait.
So
we went from vegan to black people to cats and dogs.
He's saying that we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And also last time we thought the things that we thought about last time that were okay, there was one point where we thought the earth was flat, humans.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of example he's trying to give, that we used to think that black people are just supposed to be slaves, right?
Oh, see what you mean. Oh, okay.
Yes, so he's saying that's the reason why, like, people now we're actually not supposed to be eating meat, but it's probably just super biased shit that he's reading.
Because we've just always eaten it, you mean? And now we're like, because we've always eaten it.
Because if you eat it raw and you don't cook it, from the invention of fire, right? You don't cook shit, you're gonna fall sick. That was his only argument that I could remember.
Is that true though? Like, if you kill something and you eat it fresh there and then, you start eating it, would you get sick?
Of course. And
and this is I don't know, because I've not done it. Of course,
I've not done it too, but I think you probably would. What I think happened was before we invented fire. Oh shit! I have no idea when we invented fire. If Vishnu can Google that. Fire.
When was fire invented?
Yeah. So before that, we were eating everything raw, and we probably didn't fall sick then. And then there's a good thousands of years of evolution, and also your body probably getting accustomed to eating. Approximately 2 million years ago.
2 million
Yeah,
years
so
ago.
we've got 2 million years to get accustomed to eating fried shit. So
Yeah,
once
yeah.
we eat fried shit, our body can't handle raw shit anymore. So that's
Maybe so, yeah.
So that's what I think happened, and his argument of saying that if we eat raw shit right now, we'll fall sick. That means that humans are not meant to eat meat.
Maybe, but there's a bunch of like berries and vegetables and mushrooms that we also can't eat, right? Because we'd fall sick. There's only like certain berries, if you eat them, you'll get poisoned. Mushrooms, you'll die if you eat them. There's like certain things you can eat, right? But you cannot. Maybe it's just like, because I'm sure there are certain ways that you can kill an animal and eat it right away and you'll be fine. I'm sure there
Certain
is.
animals, I'm sure.
Yeah. Salmon, maybe, yeah. I think beef as well. Like if you eat beef raw there and then, you're probably okay.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Not that I want to try it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the idea of it,
But I would assume that if you eat it in large portions, then maybe you'd be a higher chance for you to fall sick.
probably, yeah. Probably.
You know what I noticed?
What?
You haven't said la.
Yeah, I don't say la.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
That's
bro.
like super forced.
Yes.
I find that like there's certain things that I do say.
I guess also I try not to say it. I say it when I say it. Fuck man, just if people hear me say that, they just think that this guy is just like doesn't want to be a Malaysian. It's like no, it's just you don't have to say it if you don't say it. If you say it, then you say it.
I don't say it because it's like it's
Fuck that
just
lah.
not normal for me. Sometimes I do though, but I like have met.
It happens,
I have
right?
met people who are like Masale, and they will say like la, but like it's so forced.
I know.
And
They're
I'm
trying
like,
to show.
it like feels so weird, man, when
Yeah.
they say it like that.
I had a buddy that was Indonesian, good buddy of mine. So he was raised educated in international school. So they pretty much speak with an American accent, right?
Okay.
So up till we were 18, I hung out with him for 2 weeks in my college, and I thought this was hilarious lah, because he spoke with an American accent and he said, "You're such a fucker lah," and I thought that was so funny. Yeah, but it took
You're a fucker la.
it took 2 weeks, for him to it just. And I remember making fun of him, and he's like, "Yeah, shit, I don't know, it just happened."
I saw something. We talked about it on Fly the other day. Which I realize we've not even talked about, have we? About the radio and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. I like to keep it in the back pocket.
Yeah. But it was about the sexiest accents in the world, right? And Malaysia was like 39th or 38th, I think, something like that.
Yes, 39 in the world, 6th in Asia.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
hey, not bad, huh? Not bad.
not bad, but dude, my first immediate thoughts were like, do these people even know how Malaysian people speak like? Like, I don't know why. I just have an impression that we don't sound sexy.
Maybe to certain people it sounds good, When you think of like Jiwang music, like the Malay slow romantic, maybe some people like that, man. Sayang.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Rindu. Maybe some people like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I think number one was what? New Zealand. New Zealand was number one.
What, in Asia or in the world? New Zealand. What is the difference between New Zealand and Aussie accent? I can't tell.
From what I remember, Australian's a bit more slow and it goes out and it's like the slang continues like that. When Kiwi, New Zealand is a bit more fast, it's a bit more upbeat and it keeps going like that. It's quick.
Oh, okay, yeah,
it's
yeah,
very
that's correct.
in the world. Sexiest accent
Correct,
in the world
yeah.
was it's kind of similar.
Yeah,
though,
do
kinda
you
similar.
by any chance watch MMA? Nah.
No. I know about MMA, but I don't watch it.
Yeah. No, because I just thought of one of the fighters is from New Zealand, and the Aussie ones, they do talk a bit different.
What's the sexiest accent for you? Even on a guy and girl, what do you think is the most attractive accent?
Okay, so guy and girl. I wanted to say that for a guy, like for girls, they would most of them would pick British.
Really?
Right? I think so. You would know.
No, because here's the thing. People think that the way people think British people talk is like, my darling, your beauty is unequivocal and it's unmatched to the parallel. They think it's like this, right?
That sounds like a French person.
That's what they like. It's like posh Hugh Grant, like that type of accent, right? But the British people actually talk like, go on then, love, get your fucking tits out. And it's like,
Go on, love.
it's like, it's really harsh. Really harsh.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Do you think it's attractive? Do you like it?
No, fuck no. Yeah, dude. If a girl, right? For me, I told you what I said was, I assumed that most girls would be attracted to a British man. That's why I thought that way.
I think so.
Yeah, but I've seen clips of British girls talking in really strong accents, and I'm like, no man, that's not sexy at all.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
For me, it's American. I think
you like the American
I think
accent?
it's just because of what I'm comfortable with since young. You know, I've grown up.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Consuming that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always liked the Spanish kind of accent, Hispanic, that sort of thing, like the Spain, Italian as well. That accent for me is like
For a girl, I mean, yeah.
for a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Even for a guy, if I hear an Italian guy speaking, I'm like, damn, bro has got riz. Bro has got riz with that accent.
Okay, dude. Do you guys like growing up in UK? Right? Do you guys, because for me here, it's I know that the shit that the movies especially and all, it's like we watch a lot of. I personally don't consume local stuff lah. But so my next go to would be all American stuff. I think Malaysians in general is just like that. But how is it for people in the UK?
We've got like our own bunch of TV series and stuff that we watch. There isn't so much US influence.
Really?
So people say to me like about US series, and I haven't watched them. Like Friends, I've not really seen Friends.
Wow.
that much.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Think of like CSI Miami, stuff like this. I've never seen that.
Like just the even the popular ones, Prison Break, Breaking Bad, all that shit also.
Right. I mean, this is like Netflix. So now
This is a
Netflix.
later, a different era.
Now Netflix is out. Yes, but like in like the 2000s,
The pre-download, the pre-online streaming platforms.
Exactly.
era.
Yeah. This era, no, we had like all
Oh.
our own UKs, and there's like really unique niche UK series that I know, and not many people here know it, but a few do. The only exception, Mr. Bean. Everyone knows Mr. Bean.
Yeah,
Everyone knows
yeah,
Mr.
you're
Bean.
right. You're right. That guy's iconic.
I think one of my favorite UK shows has to be Mind Your Language, dude.
Which one's that? Mind Your
It's a
Language?
super old show.
Is it like a
It was a
sketch
class.
show?
Yeah, it's like a sketch kind of like series. So it features like a UK like English teacher teaching like immigrant students like from different cultures and
Oh,
stuff.
I think I've seen this.
Bro,
It's like from the 70s or something, right? It's really
But
old.
it's
Yeah.
so hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I've seen
because-
something that's in a classroom
Yeah.
like style. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really good because a lot of the jokes can't be said today, but
Yeah,
it's
there's a lot of that.
yeah,
There's a lot of that.
It's so
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
You watch it back now and you're like, God damn.
Damn.
Like,
I love it though.
God. Yeah, it's bad.
I've never consumed anything in the 70s, man. Like,
That old, right?
yeah, never. I don't think I could, and even more so if it's a series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can
Now
you?
it's like, nah. Now, I mean, there's a few. The oldest thing I like watching is anime, which is Dragon Ball, which is from like
That's
the late
like
80s,
80s,
90s, right? Yeah.
That's pretty damn old already.
But now a lot of stuff, maybe movies is okay, but like TV series, nah. Cannot.
Tell me what do you think are the British series that I would know of?
Apart from Mr. Bean. Damn, what's like the most famous British series? There's a lot of like soap operas we have.
Yeah, sure.
Like there's one called EastEnders. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. No. How about there's something called Little Britain? Have you heard of that? No. This is what I mean, man. They're niche. They're not many of them come to Malaysia.
Dude, I actually for a second I thought Austin Powers was British. It's not, right?
It is. Yeah, Austin Powers is British.
Is
Yeah.
it?
But that's a movie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's British. Yeah, yeah.
No, Mike Myers, is he British?
I think so. Yeah. He does. He does. Austin Powers, Dr. Evil, and Fat Bastard, right? The guys and Gold
Dude, he's
member. Yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I love Austin
I
Powers.
rewatched that shit. So funny. Did
Yeah.
you watch it, Vishnu?
Austin
Powers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
fucking
funny,
love
bro.
Austin Powers,
Oh my-
yeah. I love Fat Bastard, man. He's like one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
anything. And he's fucking in bed. I forgot the name of the girl in like the second one, but he's in bed with that girl, and she's trying to slip like
Oh,
a
dude, what's her
poison pill into him, and she puts it up his butt, and he's like, "Oh, frisky now, are we?" And it's like. He's like when he's going for the. Do you remember when he's going for mini me?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, "I'm bigger than you. Get in my belly." Like, oh, what the fuck?
No, what was her name? She is beautiful. That girl. Fuck.
Can't remember. Beyonce's in the third one,
Yeah,
but the
no,
second one I forgot her
Fuck,
name.
I can't remember her name, but
Blonde girl, right?
no, brunette.
Is it? That's the first one, brunette.
Oh, who's the first one again? I can't
I
remember.
can't remember either. But
But
I
she
remember
was
she's brunette. The
beautiful
second
too.
one is a blonde girl, but yeah, I forget, man. I forget.
Okay, I can't remember.
Either. All right, I'm glad you've seen Austin Powers, man. That's good. That's good.
That one's pretty mainstream.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
That came here to Malaysia, was it? Because that was obviously way before I came to Malaysia. Austin
Was
Powers.
it in our theaters, Vishnu? I don't think so, right?
Don't recall. I think I saw
I
it on
doubt so.
TV. Yeah.
Yeah. I downloaded, bought the DVDs. Dude,
Dude, Austin Powers came out when we were in school.
Bro.
Yeah.
do you think about the fact that I'm never confirmed this, but I just assume that people not in Asia, they were not used to buying pirated DVDs and all. They're not, right?
I just spoke to this with my friend the other day.
We grew up on that, you know.
I know, you buy the DVDs, right?
£5, bro. That's
£5.
£1.
But then what's funny is I know you would buy them, and then the beginning of it would say about like the pirated DVD shit, right? Yeah.
It's like smoking cigarette box.
Yeah.
The same shit.
The UK, we'd never do it, man. Never do it. I didn't even know where you buy them from, pirated DVDs.
So we literally grew up on that. Like, if you ask me how many original CDs I've ever bought, none. The only one I ever had that was original, I won this album from Hits.fm, right? Chemical Brothers. Yeah, they were. You know what that is, right?
Yeah. So of course.
Are they British?
I don't know, actually. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so
they're old now, right? Yeah.
So it's like Beastie Boys. Yeah. So yeah, that's the only CD I ever got. And it's because Hits. It was a prize from Hits.
They gave it to you for free.
No, I can't remember. Oh, I called them and then something like to answer a few questions. So, oh, dude, it was so easy. You know, it's usually easy, right?
Of course, we want to give it away, right?
Yeah. So
they want someone to win. Yeah.
So they asked like, name me one song from the album.
Okay.
Like obviously I knew that one song, right? Which I can't remember now, but it's okay.
Yeah. You say that though, but like on Fly, we've had so many people who call up and we ask them a question, they don't know. Yeah, we don't.
Like what question? What?
So a lot of the time they're super easy. There'll be ones where it's like like that. Give us the name of a song.
Sorry, what was the prize at stake?
Often it's like tickets to go and see someone.
So, Taylor Swift, like for example.
So like I think yesterday Incubus were in Malaysia, right? Incubus perform, right?
Yeah.
And we were giving away tickets, and sometimes people would like call, and the solicit would be like, all you have to do is sing the part of the song that we just played, because we'd say like, oh, so Incubus coming to Malaysia, play an Incubus song. And it'd be, all you got to do to get these tickets, sing a part of that song we just played.
But just one line is fine.
Yeah, but you get people who call up, they're called contest junkies. So they call up for anything. They just want to win. Whatever it is, they'll call. So they'll call, and if they get through, I'll be like, all right, so do you know what you got to do to win? Actually, no, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, bro.
They didn't say it in that accent. Though.
Yeah, you have to. They don't say it in that accent, no. But I'd be like, you have to sing this song. What song's that?
Can you like emulate how they talk?
No, I'm not going to do that because you're recording it, bro. So I'm not going to do that.
No, okay. I promise I won't put it. I just want to know whether you can.
I can, yeah.
Why you be the caller? Pretend to be the caller.
I can, of course. I'm Malaysian.
But it would be like there's a guy, a very famous one. I'm not going to say his name, but he's an old Chinese uncle, and he always calls and he speaks like an old Chinese uncle, right?
What's this song? I don't know.
What's that?
Okay. He thought he's probably looking to resell it.
Yeah, exactly. Probably. But there's a lot of people who call just to win shit all the time.
But no, I'm surprised. I never heard this side of things before. But you don't do Malaysian accent because it's very offensive.
Yeah.
You've heard response from that?
I don't. I just don't do it like as a thing because like there's a lot of people out there who would be.
But have you heard like people say that it's offensive or shit?
I've never done it in a video. Okay. I've never done it.
I've never realized. I always thought that Malaysians are fascinated by it. They love it even more.
It's a really like risky area. Some people, when I have done it for people, and they find it really funny and they love it. But there's some people who would get really offended by it. So it's just best to stay away from it. I think, and just not do it.
This is my personal opinion. Some people would think that a Malaysian guy talking like a white person is a little funny. Some people would think that way, but in Malaysia, a lot of people also think that you're just trying to be not yourself.
Yeah.
But what I think is 10 times funnier is a white person speaking like a Malaysian. I swear.
Really?
Isn't that hilarious to you? A white person speaking like a Malaysian. It's hilarious, bro.
It's really like down to interpretation, right? Some people fucking love it and they find it really funny. But others,
I'll tell you why I love it. It's because to us, white people are the epitome, okay, the gold standard for the English language, right? It's from your country. So let's say if out of 10, you are 10. Malaysians are a 1, so we're hearing a 10 speak like a 1.
Okay,
that's why I think it's funny.
The only time I have done it, and I know it's okay. Is
I'm not trying to ask you to do it, bro.
No, but it's when it's not a race thing, but it's a Malaysian thing. For example, like one of the very first videos I did was about how every Malaysian will, rather than say yes or okay, they'll just go like
the uncle, like, the Malaysian uncle.
Malaysians, like this. It's just every Malaysian's gone like that, right? Yeah. Everyone. That's not a race thing. That's just a Malaysian thing in general. That's okay. That's cool.
But would you ever try to do a clip about it? Like, let's say, you've been working on your Malaysian accent, and then you just try to go as hard as you can. I'd be interested to see man the reception.
Maybe, but like it's just delicate, man, isn't it? It's just delicate. Now, over the last few months especially, it's like everything I do, I have to be so careful because there's like 1,000 people on Twitter who are like out to fucking just get me in some way. Yeah.
What's the worst that has happened?
So I don't know why. So I started on Fly like a year and a half ago, right? As one of the main breakfast announcers, which I was like super lucky and super grateful to have that opportunity, right? I was doing it for a year with Kevin, and then Kevin left, and then Arif came in, and suddenly everyone was like, "Hey, how come there's a white guy working on radio? How's that allowed? Why is that even a
Who was the
even a
first
thing?"
person? Is it you?
What do you mean? To be on Fly? Me and Arif
the first white person. Has that been?
on radio?
Yeah.
Mark tells me he was on it for like a week.
No, that doesn't count,
on
I
hits
guess.
back in the day.
He was a guest, probably, is it?
I'm not sure, but he was on it. But in terms of like full time, I think I'm the first.
You're the first,
I think
okay,
I'm the
yeah.
first.
I just thought about that just now.
But for a lot of people, they are like, how is this even allowed? Why is this a thing? Why is there a white guy working on radio in Malaysia? This is Malaysia. We shouldn't have a white guy working on there. Which is, to some extent, I get it. I get why people think that. But like, I always try and remind people, I'm like, look, this is like a private company. It's not like it's a Malaysian... It's not like a public company, right?
People don't think that way because, you know, this is the radio station that they've been listening to since young. So they thought it's like a government-made institution shit.
Yeah. And I say, like, the criteria of working on radio is to entertain Malaysians, not be Malaysian.
Yeah.
If you can entertain Malaysians, then you're okay, which is what I think I can do. I think I can do it okay.
No, but bro, I guess it's gone pretty well, right?
Yeah, man. It's been great. Like,
do you feel, I mean, if you could actually like calculate this shit or observe like the haters, you've won them over? Do you see any?
Nah, definitely not.
Oh,
Definitely not.
They just like the hate.
There's I mean, there are people out there who are like, they follow me and they really like my content, they find it funny, and that's great. But there are also equally a lot of people who really don't like it. The people, to be honest,
they're
man,
consistent in their hate.
The people who are out there and think that you just be white and make content and you're successful, it's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that
Does
at all.
it? Okay, fine.
Not at all.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about this because I swear to me, I still, of course, it's not. Okay, of course, there is a lot of effort and a lot of hard work in creating the content, creating the topic, you know, and of course editing and all that shit lah.
Yeah.
But this is why I think for me as a Malaysian, I also feel that it's easy, because not easy, easier, right? Because you talk about let's say you talk about our food and all, and then we're already like so intrigued by the fact that a white person is enjoying our food, indulging in our culture, and then you know, immediately maybe it's gotten a bit more saturated over the years, but I do feel that way. You don't think so?
It's if you do stuff like that, yeah. If you do stuff like you're white and you try Nasi Lemak and you record it, of course you're going to get more attention.
Sedap, yum.
Exactly, you're going to get way more attention. But if you do content which actually has some like substance to it and like actually makes people laugh and like this kind of thing, that takes more. Because I mean, I think there's something like 400,000, 500,000 foreigners in Malaysia, I think, on roughly, right? Okay. How many of them are known on mainstream social media? 5, 6 maybe? Something like that?
How many, right? That's a good question.
Not many.
I don't know.
Not many.
And just now we were talking about this earlier. Americans, I can't think of any.
Yeah, there's only David who doesn't make content anymore. David Zafer, he stopped. Okay. He was big on TikTok back in the day. He studies here in Malaysia, but he's been here a long time, like 12 years, 15 years plus, something like that.
But it's true, man. Like British people, there's just a couple of you guys.
Yeah, I think there's like 4 or 5, something like that, who make content, but that's it. There's like no one else.
Do you know who's Lilith?
Yeah, American girl, right?
Yeah. So yeah, girls. How about British girls? Do you know any?
Oh, there's a girl called Alana that I met. I interviewed her a few weeks ago on Fly. She's a Scottish girl who's converted.
Oh, who's the husband? Is an actor, right? Is it
Abbas?
Abbas so good. Yeah.
Abbas Mahmood,
yeah.
He's from Kelantan, and they do content together.
Oh, that shit's interesting to the people here. They love that shit. Yeah. Dude, because even for us, right, we like people who stay in KL, we have such a stereotypical perspective of Kelantan people, which I know is definitely not true.
What's your perspective?
We think that they are super, super conservative. right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'm sure you guys have something like that. Wait, do you guys have something similar in the UK? Like a different part of the UK that you're thinking that, oh, they're really conservative people.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's a place.
Yeah.
I guess not like Kelantan to KL, but like there's a place called Cornwall in the UK, which is down the southwest. It's a bit out of the way, and they're like farmers. They're stereotyped to be farmers.
Okay, so it's sort of like your thing that they're Amish people.
Yeah, honestly,
but it's probably not true, right?
No, but it's kind of that's like the stereotype of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I also sort of think. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I have this stereotype, which is I know it's not true, like that. We think that they're not very even open to other races because of the fact that they are predominantly Malay people, right? Even the political parties there that are always winning is PAS, which is the Malay dominated parties as well. So we sort of have this perspective of them like that. But I also understand the fact that, I don't think it's right to say that they're racist, because let's say if I'm this very bad stereotype, because let's say if I'm there and I'm speaking their language and I'm talking to them, I don't see a reason or I expect them to treat me with any sort of hostility. They would probably just treat me normally.
Yeah.
And also I see in some comments, because we did talk about a reel talking about Kelantan people, right, using the stereotype. Yeah, and then people say that, oh, these people here obviously never been to Kelantan. I think, yeah, that's true. I've never been to Kelantan. There's a lot of people that are from Kelantan. They probably adopt very similar mindsets to people from KL.
Yeah,
just wouldn't know.
Probably so. It's a stereotype, right? Because you've not been there, you wouldn't know. I've not been there to Kelantan. Terengganu, yes, but Kelantan, no, I've not.
But Terengganu, you didn't really go there as well.
Huh?
I said Terengganu, you didn't really go there.
Nah, I travelled through, travelled through Terengganu. But there were like differences there that I noticed that I was like, I guess, surprised about when I went
what
through.
were we on just before? Was there a topic?
I think you left out when you wanted to ask Ryan about how he came to Malaysia and stuff.
Yeah, dude. Trust me. I had that in the back of my mind. I kept thinking like, okay. But once we talk about that,
we did that. Yeah. We were talking about it, and then I can't remember where we went off from.
Dude, I don't know whether. I think it's probably because. Dude. Honestly, how I feel. You're fucking great on podcast, man.
Thanks, man.
You flow really well. But how is your mic speaking skills and all like improved or changed since you started doing radio?
Oh yeah. Well, of course, like you have to be okay speaking with a mic like here, right in front of you on radio. But back then, so when I very first went on radio, I was a guest with Mark on Ryan Majorai's show.
So you were already making content for a year or something, is it?
Yeah, I was already making content. But for me, when we were there on the show, like I was fucking nervous, right, as a guest. And like the moment you see like the on-air thing and it's live, like I felt damn nervous at the time. Because it's like
this is not live, so it's different.
Yeah, but like when you don't do it, you're like aware you're being recorded, right? So it's like it's a bit more difficult to be natural. And I remember being fucking nervous, man, and afterwards was okay. But when you do it over and over and over and over again, it just becomes like a normal thing, right?
Oh, definitely.
It becomes like you're talking normally.
Like even till now, it took me about 20-25 episodes.
Serious?
20
lot, yeah.
No, to not be nervous of the guest coming.
No.
So after 25 or 30 episodes, about 30 plus episodes, I just kind of stopped caring about the guests coming and I just don't feel that nerves. But what I realized is, even up to now, if I try to think or try to follow this whatever structure that I'm trying to follow, it's just, when I edit it, I think it just sounds bad. There's something about it. You can see, people see through like non-authentic shit,
You try doing radio, man. Radio's like, so right now, you and me here, and Vish is behind the camera over there watching. To a lot of people, having someone watch like this, they'd be a bit like someone watching like that. But in radio, you've got maybe two people on the mic, you'll have a producer here watching, you'll have a social media person there watching, a content director person watching as well. So, and you're also sometimes reading off of like a prep sheet. So there's so much shit going on that you become very good at like talking naturally while everyone is around
you. Multitasking, basically.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
I see.
So on radio, we often have like a prep sheet about what we're roughly going to talk about already there for us. We know what the subject's going to be and roughly what's going to happen with it.
How was how long did the adjustment period take for you?
What, between like being nervous and being okay?
Up until you became sort of on this level right now where you're just completely fine?
Well, I think maybe like 1 or 2 months, because I was lucky that I did. So back in the day, I was doing my old engineering job, content on Instagram and TikTok, and I was doing a weekend radio as well. So I was doing all three of them together.
Yeah.
And while I was doing the weekend radio was where I was able to like build up the kind of radio skills, I guess you can call it, to be okay. Because I'm sure a lot of people think you just go on radio, mics turn on, you just talk, right? But you know from doing a podcast, it's not like that, is it? It's not like
I
that
mean,
at
the
all.
podcast is like that, but the radio.
I mean, like, but just having having like the instant confidence to be able to just go for it. Like you said, it took you 20 episodes, right, to be confident on the mic.
Yeah.
But people think it's just like you turn it on and you go, and that's
And not only that, I had a lot of help, I would say, because I had it, not help, but it was much easier because the first 7 episodes I did with my best friend, right? So imagine you're doing a podcast with your best friend, right? I don't know whether you and your French dude, was he your best friend at that time?
I was a best friend. He was a good friend of mine. He was a good friend.
Yeah, so I did with my best friend of, I don't know, 10, 12 years already, a long time. And so it's sort of a bit easier. And then we had guests on together for the 25 episodes. And then, yeah, after that, it still took hours and hours, man. It's hundreds of hours.
Really?
100 hours at least just to be okay.
Damn. Yeah. But I get it. I understand it. I understand the mic nerves, you can call it.
Not really nerves. It's also like, the nerves is before it starts, I think so.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've had people like guests before who are very nervous on the mic. We had people who like, we got questions for them, and then when we ask the long question, like we'll say, so let's for example they're like an athlete or something, and we'll say like, so you've got this medal, you must have come so far, how's your journey been from being at the bottom to getting a medal? And they'll just be like, it was good. And that'll be their answer, and we'll be like, okay, and then we'll just have to move on like that.
Dude, imagine if someone did that to me on the podcast.
Bruh, imagine like,
Yeah, so
podcast be like 10 minutes.
No,
10
bro,
minutes done.
That's why I have to make it the whole time before we start the interview, or I have to already talk to the person and make sure that he's not gonna say that.
Yeah,
like
of
just
course.
talk like normal.
Of course.
But yeah, if someone were to do, of course there are some guests also where you can tell that they answers is about 2 sentences and you're like, oh shit, man, this is hard.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you've had you had Raj on before, right?
dude, that guy talks non-stop, man.
I mean, he's also radio, right? Also radio. Like
Hits FM.
he knows the drill and stuff like that of how it goes. So I'm sure.
Raj is his good buddy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, have you been serious or you?
No, we're good friends, but I hate him.
Oh, it was such a really funny episode together.
Huh?
I actually named the episode Dumber Than Expected.
Why?
Yeah, because I thought he was dumber than expected, dude. He was acting so dumb in the podcast. Like, just literally one point, just he did that. I'm like, what the fuck? Do you remember, dude? Yeah,
that was the first episode. That's the first time I met him.
First time I met him.
Oh really?
He wanted to show how dumb he was. Okay, then he was like, what the fuck? This guy's
Oh
on
shit,
hits, dude.
I've never met him, but he looks like a funny guy, man. He looks like a funny guy.
Very funny, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about background. Okay, so you came to.
Oh, back to what we were going to talk about. Like,
Yes,
30
now
minutes
we'll go to that.
Go back to it, right?
There's another thing I want to talk about later. Getting disciplined as a kid, lah. Okay, because there's an obvious contrast and difference, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways,
Let's do the background bit. Yeah.
let's do it. So finish high school.
For you, for me.
Yeah, for you, finish high school, and where were you off to next?
Finish high school, and I honestly did shit in my high school. I did really, really bad. Because I was one of these kids that I started off in like my primary school, damn good, top of the class, really smart, but then I became lazy, and I stopped like revising didn't care so much.
Is it because you realized like studies, this whole like academic certificate is not the end all be all? Is that what you realized?
I wish I had some like really cool reasoning behind it like that. I wish, but it just comes down to me being lazy.
Was it girls or sports or hobbies or
Video games, man.
Video games?
Super into video games.
Oh, the death of our generation.
And here's the thing, like, so a lot of people don't know this about me, but like back in the UK, I've got one younger brother, but he's got quite a lot of disabilities. So he's got like epilepsy, cerebral palsy, all these learning difficulties, stuff like this.
How old is he?
He's now 27.
5 years, 4 years.
28, sorry, 28. He's 3
3
years younger
years,
than me.
yeah.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, like in that environment with my mum, dad, and him, like a lot of my mum and dad's attention was on him.
Yeah.
Because it had to be, right? Because they had to take
Of course,
care of
of
him.
course.
So not as much as on me. And I know this now in hindsight. And I'm not saying that's the reason why I was lazy, but I think if they didn't have to put so much attention on him, they probably would have been more forceful on me with revising and stuff like this. So I would have done better in high school.
So, but how about personally? Did you take it as, would you sort of like salty that they did not give you
Nah,
equal
because they had to, man. It was just they just had to do it. So
I mean, maybe you were not that rational as a
kid, right? Yeah. No, back then I didn't even think about it. Back then I didn't even realize, but now I know they just
playing
have to
games,
do it.
man.
Exactly. I was just playing Halo and shit like this. So anyway, yeah. So I finished high school, did really bad, and
do you play much sports?
I used to play futsal and football a lot. Now I'm like damn into paddle, even though I suck at it. But I still play futsal when I can.
So football is obviously the most popular sport over there in the UK.
And here, right? I think.
Here.
Football or badminton or football? What's more popular, do you think?
That's a good question. On the football, definitely. But badminton, I think on social media is badminton.
Yeah?
I think so. Yeah, I thought.
It has with football.
On social media is football. Okay.
Yeah.
But did you feel like it was really, really just competitive from the get-go?
In terms of what?
Like football. Did you play for the school team or something? Like
I didn't start playing until late. I was like 13, 14 when I started playing, which is quite late. Most people play like 7 or 8 years old or 5 or something,
if you want to sort of actually be competitive. Yeah.
So I never actually played like properly competitive for like school tournaments and shit like that. But
you couldn't, is it?
Yeah, because I sucked.
Okay. Yes.
Now I think I'm better than I was back then. But yeah, it was competitive, man. Really competitive.
Of course, man. You guys are the gold standard.
Yeah. I mean, it tried to be. England's habit is inventing a sport and then someone else is better than them at it.
With less resources.
England invented football. How many times has England won the World Cup? Once. England invented cricket, and now there's like 4 other countries in the world better than England at cricket.
See, that's interesting because for me, if you tell me that English people are really good at football, then I'm like, yeah, of course they are sort of they're not a third world country, right? They're more developed. They probably got better fundings, better resources, and then you go all the way to South America and you think about Brazil,
right?
Yeah, they're like, oh damn, these kids are
crazy.
Ronaldinho.
Actually, I don't even know. I want to quickly Google right now. I feel like badminton was invented also in the UK.
Oh,
was it?
I would be. That's interesting to know, man. If it's true.
Wait, I actually want to know.
Do you know?
Like 1 second.
You know Peter Gate? Of course you do.
Peter Gate?
Oh,
no,
you don't.
No.
Probably the most successful badminton player.
It was first played in 19th. Yeah, it was Gloucestershire, England.
Is it?
In England.
It's from England.
Yeah, and now how much better is Malaysia than England at badminton?
China as well.
Like 10 times better.
Yeah.
Another example.
Yeah, but I mean, for people that compare with China, I like to obviously we like to boast that that's because Malaysia is so much smaller. We got a lot of talented players.
True.
But we're so much smaller than China.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the rivalry been like with China and Malaysia, right, over the years in terms of badminton? With Lee Chong Wei and Lin Dan as well.
Yeah,
who's it now? Li Zijia. And what's the Chinese guy that's really good?
Don't know the Chinese guy, but Li Zijia is the number one. Biggest rivalry was Lin Dan and Lee Chong Wei. That's because they were literally number 1 and number 2 for the longest period of time, and they would take turns. Sometimes Lee Chong Wei was number 1 as well. But in terms of accomplishments, titles, Olympic medals, all Lin Dan, there's not really an argument. But if you ask a Malaysian dude, there's always an argument.
Yeah. I've got so many Malaysian friends who are like, Lin Dan, that motherfucker stopped so many public holidays in Malaysia.
Yes.
When Lee Chong Wei could have won, and then Lin Dan won, and then we didn't get a public holiday. And they're like, motherfucker.
Yes. Does that shit happen in the UK? No chance, right?
No.
You guys can win I mean, you wouldn't know, because when's the last time you all won the World Cup?
Oh, bro, 66.
60, right?
Yeah, 66.
Shit, that's...
Long time ago.
It's bad, though.
But you'll still get people in the UK talk about it. I'll talk about it. I don't care. I will talk about it.
What team do you support? Or are you
Premier League?
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Since you were a kid?
Yeah, like late teens when I got into football. Yeah, so Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, but they haven't won in fucking long time.
A long time. But they've always been at the top.
Who?
Tottenham, like
Tottenham have always been
10.
like top 10, like top 5 or 6 for a long time now. But
what about the last season?
Last season we came 7th, I think, something like that.
Yeah, always been in top 10.
We went down though last season, but like about 5-6 years ago, Tottenham was on top. Not on top, but we were like 2nd or 3rd, like nearly every season, and now it's gone down. Gone down. But
I remember.
Are you a football fan?
I Chelsea up till I was 2012. Yeah.
Oh, and then that was a long time ago. It's 12 years ago.
Yeah. Explanation is because I went over to Melbourne and I couldn't catch live games anymore.
It's like 12 hours behind, right?
No. No. Melbourne's not 12 hours behind.
Sorry, 12 hours ahead. 12 hours ahead of the UK.
Oh yeah, off the UK.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
of the games being played.
Yeah, so they would have games at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, and earliest is probably 2 a.m. So I just didn't catch them, and then I lost the like my attachment to the club. Yeah. Last time I watched was Chelsea won the Champions League.
Oh damn, that long ago.
That was the last match I watched. I literally remember John Terry holding the cup. Yeah, and I felt happy, and then after that I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go back to.
Yeah.
We keep going on this like how I got to this point journey. And
Welcome to Let's Get It.
Yeah, and then we go off on a topic.
Yeah.
So high school starts,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't know if you've ever been in this point in your life where you've kind of failed, and you're really at a point you're like, fuck, what do I do now?
You felt that right after high school?
Yeah, because I got like my basic things that I needed, and I failed my college education at the time, and I was like, fuck, what do I do with myself now?
You mean you went to college and you failed as well?
So in the UK, the SPM is GCSEs, right? So
Sorry?
The version of SPM in the UK is GCSEs. GCSEs. We'll just call them SPMs, make it easier. So SPM in the UK, I got the minimum I needed there to get to college, but I went to college and fucking did terrible. Got nothing out of it.
A college in what? Like in what
I
course?
did like a bunch. Get this, I did psychology, I did law, biology, and then like a general studies type thing.
So those were the 4 subjects you picked. You could do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. University, you choose one normally, but anyway.
Oh yeah, right. You could do that. Yeah.
So either way, I failed dramatically. I was like, "What the
All
fuck?"
of them?
Yeah. I was like, "What the fuck do I do
So
with my life now?"
What were you doing?
So I was working at the time in a pharmacy on like the shop counter type thing. I was working there,
So retail
and I just took that. I was like a full-time job, and I remember I was thinking like, "Fuck, man, I think I fucked up my
This
life."
after college, is it?
Yeah, so I was like 17, 18. I fucked up my life. What am I going to do? And in the most like cliche way, my mum found a job in a newspaper for an engineering company, right? And she said like, why don't you try applying for this? They're taking in like bottom, like no education needed. You can do whatever you want.
What was the position? Sorry.
It was an apprentice,
Uh-huh.
which means you study and you work at the same time. So you go 1 day a week at a college and get a college degree and study work 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And she was like, why don't you try this?
Yeah.
And I was like, I fucking hate engineering. Why would I do that? And I'm going to suck at it. She was like, just try it. You got nothing to lose. So I did it and they liked me and got the job. And then I worked there 10 years at this company.
10 years?
10 years at this engineering company.
How did your opinion of engineering change, man?
Massively. Because when you do it at school, you do like stuff with wood and metal and you make like a fucking pencil case out of wood or some shit like this. I don't know.
I know there's a lot of mathematics as well, is it?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
and that's the thing, it wasn't just engineering that I started working on, it was aircraft engineering. So it was even more complex.
Okay.
But like I loved it, man. And I think I loved it.
You like the hands-on shit, is it?
Yeah, I did. But I also think it was the environment. The environment I was in was so good. Like it was bunch of guys who were like, oldest was like 30, youngest was 18, and we would just vibe so well. And like
party on the weekends together?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we party on the weekends, and I believe strongly that like no matter what you do for your work, you've got to make sure that you're around people that you like working with. Because you spend so much time working, man, that if you don't, you're going to fucking hate your life. You're going to hate working.
It's also similar to like, no matter what you do, you have to sort of enjoy it a little at least.
That's hard though. I think that's hard. But it helps if you're around people you get on with.
Oh, definitely.
If you're around a good team, then you can enjoy what you do a bit easier.
I guess what's fucked up is if you don't enjoy at all what you're doing and you fucking hate the people you're surrounded with, that shit's depressing.
Yeah.
I've got some buddies like that in the banks, and they really fucking hate that shit.
And it's like every day you're doing something you hate. It would get depressing, right, after all that time.
Oh, I saw his eye bags grow, man. Yeah.
So 10 years of that engineering, and then that's how after that.
Sorry, can I just ask? So like, you're from Sandthurst.
Mm-hmm.
How big is that town? Or
it's tiny, man. Right? It's not even a town; it's a village. It's a proper kampong in the UK.
My question for you is, you thought you fucked up your studies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you were comparing yourself to a lot of your buddies that you had.
Yeah.
So, what happened to most of your buddies? Did they leave town, or did they end up working in the farm?
A lot of them went off to university in different parts of the UK.
Yep.
Some like all over the place.
Was that an option for you, or you couldn't because of your grades?
Couldn't. So I in my mind, I'd planned that at school to be like college and university, but you had to get the college education to get onto university. Yeah. So I just couldn't even do that at the time. So they went off, studied, but then they came back, a lot of them, and now they work in, Honestly, a lot of them work in something totally unrelated to their degree a lot of the time. Yeah. So
Yeah, but at that time, that's how the pressure also piled up, like, because you compared yourself to like your peers that's, they've gone to the next step, university, and you were stuck there.
yeah, and that's where like most of the insecurity comes from, right? That's
Yeah.
why I probably felt like, fuck, I've messed up my whole life now, because they had all gone on to the next step and I was stuck behind in this current step, and I'm like, what do I do now, man?
But fuck, man, like, look where you are right now. You're in Malaysia, and you would have never guessed, right?
Never in a million years, man. Never in a million years.
Carry on.
So then it was like I was at engineering for a while. I say 10 years I was there, which I was, but in the middle, I guess like 5 years into this job, I started thinking, this is not what I want to do. After I'd got my degree in engineering and I'd worked a few years, I started thinking, I don't know if this is the right path for me. So I, in a weird way, went off and worked in car sales at Nissan for like 9 months doing that, which was great for like people skills, by the way.
Sales, is it?
Sales, yeah.
Your first time ever doing sales?
Yeah.
That's a totally new experience, and it's a good skill to pick up.
And it was, they really just like, so I remember talking to my boss at the time, and I got there, and there was like no training at all. And like, I was like one day in, and I was like, well, I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, how do I sell a car? And I went to my boss, and I said, sorry, Sue was her name. I was like, sorry, Sue, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how do I sell these cars? I was like, where's my training? And she just looked me in the eye and she was like, you want your training? There's your fucking training. Go sell a car. And then just closed the door on me.
Yeah,
and that was it.
That's how
and,
it is.
And from that moment, I was like, fuck, I'm really on my own in this shit. And you just have to jump in the deep end and go for it. But it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. And
the best training you can get in most sales places, I would say, is the best training that they would give you is the opportunity to observe your colleagues do it.
Yeah, true.
That's the only training you'll get.
Yeah, and then you see how it's done, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope this is not too long of a story, by the way, this whole thing. So did that, but then I was like, actually, this sales thing is not, I can't see a long-term future in it. Sure. So then I wanted to go back to engineering because it's all I knew, right? So luckily my company took me back. They were okay for me to come there. And from that point, my mindset totally changed. I used to be, remember I said I was lazy as a kid, right? And that's why my studies were bad. When I first started working, I was also lazy. And I like blamed other people for problems. I was so like, my ego was so big that I'm like, I'm never at fault here. It's clearly your fault for not training me right and this kind of shit. Yeah. But when I went back, it changed and I took a much more like humble approach and I tried to learn as much as I could. And I just took the step up. And that's how I came to Malaysia, was because I took the step up from like a team leader role to like a management role in the company. Yeah.
So you told me that 2017, they offered you, you're basically an expat in Malaysia.
2017 was when I came to like train, and 2018 was when I fully moved here.
Yeah. So previously you were saying earlier in the podcast you had a three weeks stint in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Then you went back, and how did you end up like moving here full time?
So after 2017, and they said that, right, the training's all done, we probably don't need you to go back. I was like, okay, fair enough. I loved it my time, but that was it. But then 2018, a management position had come up, and they were like, so it was weird timing because at the beginning of 2018, I broke up with a long-term girlfriend. 8 years I was with this girl, and we ended the relationship.
Sorry, the whole time that engineering company was at Sandthurst?
Nearby.
Okay.
So I broke up with my first girlfriend in 2018, and then just 1 month after that, one of the directors called me and was like, Ryan, there's a position come up in Malaysia, like a management job. It's like full-time. We need you to move out there. Do you want it? Like a month after this. And it was like perfect timing. Like, I don't know if you believe in like fate and stuff like this and things that are meant to happen, but it felt like it was like meant to happen.
You believe it when it happens to you.
Yeah. I know that sounds cringe to say that, but it felt like it was meant to happen because it was just perfect timing. The tenancy on my rent was expiring on the day that they wanted me to move. It was perfect.
And you broke up with your girlfriend
just a month before. So I was like,
that was not an option if you guys didn't break up.
What, to move to Malaysia?
Yeah, right?
Could have been. Okay. Because weirdly, she said to me, she thought that I was going to move to Malaysia one day.
Really?
She said it. Yeah, after the training, she was like, I can see you moving there one day. Really weirdly. And then got the offer, and then I came in 2018.
Maybe she knows you better than you.
Often like that, man. Often our partners do know us better than we know ourselves.
So you came down 2018.
Yeah. And then...
How long did you remain in that engineering company?
Until last January. So the end of 2021 was when I left, and then came to...
You mean last January?
Last January, as in 2022 January was when I started at Fly.
Yeah,
December 21 was when I left the engineering company.
This is 24 now.
Oh yeah, shit. What am I talking about? Yeah. Fuck,
Okay, yeah,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
Tell me about your first impressions, man. Like,
Well, in Malaysia.
yeah. Maybe this is also related to your 2017 stint, but your first impressions of the people here, food here. This is a city life.
Like, I don't want to sound like every other white person that's said this been asked this same question. So no, that's not what I'm gonna say. No, like the people were just super friendly, man. Everyone was super friendly and like hospitable to me, because in the UK, I feel people are generally quite hostile.
They are
not approachable in like any way. So like the fact you can even talk to someone on the street was like, oh my god, this is nice. This is very great.
Malaysians love white people. Okay, as much as sometimes they like to bash you guys online, they love them. They just fucking love them.
Yeah.
And if you are friendly as well, they love you even more.
Yeah. But my first impressions was like, damn, it's fucking hot. 2, the food's fucking spicy. But 3, it's cool here. I like it, man. That was my first impression.
How did you get accustomed to spicy food? You still a bitch?
Yeah, I'm still a bitch, man.
Bitches.
But I remember when I was first here, right? And like, I was with my colleagues, and they took me to this like, it wasn't a mama. I don't know what it was. It was like a Western fusion place. So it was like Western dishes, but with like Malaysian fusion to it. And I was having this like chicken chop. And it was fucking spicy, right? Really spicy. But my
Chicken
ego...
chop's not spicy.
This was loaded with something. My ego was like, I can't make this seem like I'm struggling with the spice. I have to make out like I'm okay. And I remember I was like sweating. And it was so spicy, I got to a point where I was like panicking. I was like... Because I was trying to hold it back. I was like, fuck, this is so spicy, man. I think I'm going to fucking die. Is there any milk in this building? Shit, like I was genuinely getting like this, man.
But you knew that milk was the cure.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I know.
How did you know that?
Because you hear about it, and like we got a lot of like Indian dishes in the UK, which are super spicy.
I wanted to ask you like, what is your exposure to spicy food other than Indian food? What is there that is spicy?
Mexican food's quite spicy over there.
No British food, right?
No.
Yeah, okay, you guys
British
don't...
spices are like salt and pepper. That's it. That's all we
Okay.
have. Fish and chips is vinegar and salt. That's all you have on it, man.
Yeah. Okay.
There's like no spice at all.
So did your colleagues that were looking at you sweating and like shitting your pants, like what did they say?
They were just like that. I think
They
either
knew.
I was playing it off so well and so cool that actually I wasn't panicking as much as I thought I was, or they were just being polite and they weren't laughing at me.
So this reminds me of a story that my dad told, because my dad in his company, he has to entertain guests or clients from other countries, white people as well, maybe the UK, and he told me a very similar story. They were having dinner and then the client was just sweating profusely, really badly. He kept up a straight face and said, "Yeah, I'm good," and his face was all red. And of course, he came back and told all of us, and we had a good laugh. Yeah.
I was the same. So I still struggle with it now. To be honest, man, I still struggle now. Are you okay with it?
Oh, dude!
As someone who lived in Australia for 8 years,
no, I love spicy food.
You like it?
Since young.
There you go. Confirm Malaysian.
Love. Since I was really young, my dad. When I was, I think 4 years old, I went to the doctor, and I got diarrhea from eating too much spicy food. Yeah, it didn't stop me, man. Love it.
The doctor said that.
Yeah, char kway teow. So there's this char kway teow.
That's not spicy, is it?
I would always ask them extra spicy.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that for a lot of dishes, man. Just extra spicy. Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah.
You've dated a local Malaysian?
I'm dating one now, yeah. My girlfriend.
Your first time?
Huh? Sorry?
Your first proper...
No, my exes were also Malaysian.
You mean since you got here?
Yeah.
So,
I mean...
Tell me about it, the differences.
So, I can't remember if we were recording when I said this, or if it was before we started recording, but like all of my early content was based off the way my first girlfriend would call me out on shit. Like the eating rice thing. I think it was right at the beginning we talked about that,
we did
right?
record that. That was funny.
Like even like washing stuff up, washing dishes was all wrong. So there was a lot of cultural differences, a lot at first.
Yeah.
Which I guess does make it difficult. It makes it difficult to like have that smooth relationship, but in the end you get used to it. It's not impossible. It's not impossible at all.
Maybe it gets a bit complicated, and it does affect some stuff if you guys have been dating for a while. You know, of course, the honeymoon period that's probably not the most
always
not
easy,
factor.
right? Yeah.
What were some of the things, man? Apart from the eat, dude, this dude eats rice with a with a fork.
Back then, bro. Back then. Not now. I know with a spoon, but back then, yes.
But in the UK, the only times where you would eat rice if you were having Asian food.
Yeah. And Mexican food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, rice.
Did they eat with a spoon? I mean, sorry, did they eat with a fork?
Mexicans, I don't know, but in the UK, still the fork. And get this, I don't know if you know this, but we buy rice, not in like the big packets like you do here, right? Like the 5 kilo things. You buy it in like a pack like this big, and you just microwave it.
It's a meal.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a sachet pack.
Yeah, but you're talking about the Mexican ones.
But also like basmati rice is in there as well.
Oh, okay.
It's like this pack, like this wide, this big, and you just microwave it, and then done.
Okay, because I did that in Australia. They had it in the supermarkets.
Yeah.
Mexican rice. You just heat it up like.
You put like a bit of water in, then you microwave it, and then done.
Yeah,
finished.
like popcorn. You know.
Yeah.
Just heat it up and eat it.
But yeah, no. Dating here has been like it's been fine. I think though for anyone, like even if a Malaysian goes to like a foreign country, you have to be like open to different ideas in different cultures, right? And different approaches. If you don't, it's never gonna work, man. It's never gonna work.
Oh, definitely.
In any relationship. But so far, like current girlfriend, it's been okay.
Current girlfriend, how long have you been with her?
Nearly 2 years. 2 years in July.
Yeah, what I noticed, right? Because I was scrolling through your Instagram feed and I realized that I couldn't find any photos of her. Like you don't, I guess you don't publicly post her. Yeah. That can be a bit tricky because some girlfriends would have a problem with it. You know?
And at first, when we first started dating, it was difficult. But like I've always taken this stance that like the people in my life who matter, they know all about her. They know who she is. They know everything she does.
Yep.
I bring her out to see them, all this kind of thing. But the people in my life who don't matter to me, they don't need to know. Because I find that like a lot of the time, if you do go public, so basically if you're like someone who's known on social media, if you go public, to me it brings more issues than benefits.
Oh, it does. It's maybe if you follow some of the Malay media outlets.
Bro, have you seen the drama recently?
You're talking about the Alif Aziz.
Yes, that.
So that shit could happen to you, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. I don't think it would happen to me, but like...
No, I mean, that's why it's a good... I understand that point of view. This is definitely an advantage to be more discreet with your relationships because who knows, maybe you might reach that level where people just want to get in on all your shit and that's annoying, dude.
Yeah, and I also... The thing I thought is like by doing social media, I am out there in the public eye, right? I take that risk by going in the public eye and accepting criticism in any way. But it's not fair on my girlfriend to also be put there as well when she's not the one doing that content, is it? To get her in the public eye and criticism, this kind of thing. Yeah. I don't think that's fair.
So just now I was saying like, some girls might have a problem with it. So why would some girls have a problem with it? Because they would say that, oh, you are sort of like advertising yourself as single then, right? Because you don't post a picture of you there. But the truth is, right, and the fact of the matter is, you and her know what's up.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
Yeah.
And like what you mentioned just now, the people that you are close to, your circle of friends
colleagues and all that.
Yeah, they meet her, they know very well who she is who she is as a person in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine, man.
It's fine, right? There's a difference between being private and being secret. Private is where like the people who are in your life, they know about your relationship. Secret is that nobody knows. And for me, secret is a bit weird. I think that's strange. But private is like totally fine.
Secret,
totally fine.
If it's a secret, right, there's a reason why people can't know about it.
Exactly.
Something's
that's
wrong.
A bit sus.
Yeah,
that's
something's
sus.
wrong. Maybe you're dating someone that is already taken, some shit like that.
But yeah, I get it because at first she also thought like, oh, are you doing it so you give off a vibe that you're single and potentially other girls can be interested in you and stuff like that. That is,
I thought that too.
That's a genuine thought that people have, of course, but it's a lot more innocent than that. The reason behind it. Yeah. So yeah.
But what you mentioned just now, what has been going on, man? Dude?
So I'm not an expert in this.
I'm not an expert.
But my girlfriend is an expert in it. She's been really getting in all the tea.
Sorry, do you think I would know? Is she also a content creator?
No, she's not a content creator.
Okay.
But from what I know, what's his name again? Alif Aziz, is that his name?
Yeah.
The guy.
Yeah.
He was married. He was married to this girl Bella.
Is he?
I don't know, but he was married to her, and then it came out that he'd actually cheated on her with like 12 different girls.
Yeah.
And now there's like one girl who's revealing all of this shit.
Sarah Yasmin.
Yeah, all this stuff's coming out. This tea is being spilled. She was even on a podcast recently.
She?
Oh
yeah, I'm gonna try to get her on the podcast too.
Man, you should try. You'll get like 1 billion views on it.
Because she's she's only been on Malay podcasts. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think she speaks good English as well. So yeah,
Probably, yeah.
I'll try to get her on.
You try, man.
Yeah, but how does she know?
How does she? I think she was also.
How does she know all the juice though?
I think she was involved with the guy. I'm not mistaken. Don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she was involved with him. I think.
So he was being reckless then, like why, like you know.
I think so. That's what the drama is. Yeah.
But that shit always fascinates me. Like when you're someone that's really high profile, right? Can you? It's hard to imagine like being able to juggle a wife and like seeing multiple girls at the same time.
Right. And like, how does bro even do that?
What if you're not even? Let's say you're not even someone that's high profile in the public or media. Just juggling girls is.
Yeah, I mean, anyone in any like having relationships with multiple people, fucking time consuming, right?
It's, time consuming, yeah, definitely.
And stressful as well. And like
stressful.
trying to remember shit. Like
You have to be good at it. You have to be very, very good at it.
yeah,
So a typical relationship, right? You already know your partner's schedule patterns.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
What you guys, dude, your girlfriend knows everywhere that you're going all the time. So imagine you got 3 girlfriends. The 3 of them have to think that they know what you're doing as well.
yeah. I don't know how people live this kind of life of like manipulation and secrecy and all that. It must be so fucking like taxing on your mind, man, to be able to constantly be like this and tell these lies and be all over the place like that. I don't know how people do it.
So why do you think people do that?
Why?
Yeah, we're not
Well,
psychologists.
why
here.
did he get to that point where he did what he did?
Not just him. I'm saying
just anyone.
most people in general. Like yeah, like
I think people get bored, man. Have you heard of like the 7-year itch? Have you heard of that?
you mean 7 months?
Well, maybe also 7 months, depending on what kind of relationship
Yeah,
you're in.
7 years is already like
7-year itch is like where you're in a relationship for 7 years, and a lot of people have had this thing where they want to know what more there is, and maybe they feel too comfortable with their partner, and something else intrigues them, and it's like this.
I guess a lot of a lot of it also is, let's say, if you don't already have a family, right? So if you don't start a family and go to the next level with your partner, right? And then I guess it's faster for it to get like boring, or you don't see no
Yeah.
direction or some shit.
That's unfortunately why a lot of people as well have like get married or have kids, because it's like the next natural step in a relationship. So you get to a point, let's say you've been with someone 3 or 4 years and you're comfortable, and then you start thinking like, oh fuck, what's next? I guess we got to get married, right? And oh, what's next? I guess we got to have a kid, which is so bad, right? Because then you're doing it for just your own reasons that you don't want to get boring, right? Which
Okay.
is just the worst.
Let's simplify the timeline now. Let's say, for example, you're 2.5 years in with this girl.
2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
and then the last 5 months, right? It's been, you guys hardly see each other. Maybe 2 weeks once. Intimacy is also bad, and then you guys are like, oh, what do we do? You know, oh, we need to take things to the next level. Let's get married.
Duh, that's the worst, man. Why would you do that?
They get married, and you kind of like rejuvenate or you kind of refresh
The love and everything comes back. Yeah,
for, but how many months though? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe another
Yeah.
5-6 months. And then eventually things are going to go back to that spot that it was at before you guys thought of that brilliant idea to get married. And then you guys have to sort of level up again, which is
Have kids.
have kids, and then a second kid, and a third kid.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then like you're in a spot then where it's like, well, we're in this for good now, and you're unhappy, and that's why people get so miserable right in these relationships, and then probably end up cheating like 12
Sure.
times, like this guy.
12 times is quite mad.
Mad, right?
Yeah.
Mad. How...
And what's also mad is all the people in the industry.
Yeah,
That's mad, bro.
when you're like in the public eye like that, you have to be aware of like the things you do and say have an impact, right? And like even like this on a podcast, right?
Dude, you have it's okay, fine. The public eye, that's one thing to give a fuck about. He has kids, right?
I don't know actually. I don't know.
I think he has a family. That one
Okay.
is. I think that's
Also that. Imagine the drama they're going through, right? Imagine all the shit they're being dragged in. I bet the kids, whenever they go out, people are asking them about it. Confirm.
I mean, hopefully the kids are still too young, right? For people.
Hopefully, yeah. I don't actually know myself, but hopefully, yeah.
Imagine if the kid is like 5, 6, right, and you're an adult, right, and then you're like, hey, I heard that adult that is asking the kid is a piece of shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It can't be a nightmare, right? It's got to be a nightmare. But,
Yeah. Okay, dude. Let's. It's been a long podcast, man. Let's get on this last topic, lah, and then we'll
alright,
wrap.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude. So obvious difference in disciplining children. You know, when it comes to Western culture and Asian culture.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you like, did you know? Was it a known thing growing up that Asian people beat their children?
I love the way you just say that.
They get belted. Dude.
I've heard belt, slipper, like shoe. No, it's not known. Not known.
You guys didn't know that, right?
Didn't know. But to be fair, like during, like I was like not beaten the fuck out of, like you said, but I was like spanked and smacked and hit and like this as a kid. I was.
Oh
also,
shit! Yeah, then it's normal.
Now I think now is different, especially in the West. I think now it's like if you hit your kid, people were like, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't hit your kid." But back then, when I was a kid, it was okay.
So you're talking about the 90s?
Yeah, late 90s, 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the 90s, it was actually a thing to physically discipline your kids.
Yeah. I've done shit as a kid that got me like smacked, but I know if I was in Malaysia and I did it, I would have got like killed probably.
Not necessarily, because
bro, if you said to your mum, if you swore at your mum,
oh yeah, that shit doesn't happen. Man.
You would be beaten like to a pulp, right?
Bro, I've never talked back.
Really?
Yeah, it's very different.
Ever. Even out of like frustration as a kid, you never did it.
Maybe I had, but I knew the line, like just never like shouted or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just damn scared.
I mean,
you just can't, like
for good reason.
I'm living in their house, dude.
Huh?
You know what? I'm like, dude, I'm a kid. I'm living in their house. They're feeding me food. I was like, I ain't gonna shout at you. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, I there was one time where I was a kid and I was like 9 or something like that, or 10, and I wanted to go out with my friends, just like to go to the park and chill or something like that. And my mum said no, and I remember, like, this is so stupid. I remember telling my mum to fuck off as a kid.
Yeah, because your friend told you to do that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fuck you, or something like this. I said, and then I remember just like really getting smacked. And then my dad came home later and also as well. Like, but there's definitely families in the West that wouldn't ever touch their child. Definitely. Which
in
is mad,
UK
right?
as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you would say you're the outlier already.
And
if you were to tell your buddies how you're like you got smacked when you were a kid, do they think like, oh
no, they thought normal. Normal. I think back then it was normal. Now, like I said, if you did it now as a kid, you'd get shit for beating your kid.
What about? I guess is it different in America? Do you have any idea?
I think it's the same.
Right?
Back then, like when in like the 2000s, like you were allowed to. Now I think it's actually illegal in the US.
I don't know.
I think they actually passed a law that you can't do it.
I just got this stereotype that black people beat the shit out of their kids. This is probably true, right?
Maybe it is. Maybe it's black, Asian, the same thing in the US, right? They do beat their kids. And
did
white.
You just group black, Asian all together as one?
In terms of beating kids, maybe I don't know. Maybe. I know for sure. White parents now in the US wouldn't do it. Yeah. Do you think it's okay or not?
Like in general?
Now, if you were to have kids now.
Yeah, it's just my personal opinion. Dude, I talked about this with my last few guests, and like it's so interesting, because I grew up thinking I would never hit my kid, because similar to raising, let's say you're raising a dog, some people beat their dogs.
Yeah, which is weird, right?
Some people... Is it weird? You got beaten as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, but like, I think there's a line in there between beating, like beating, and that implies to me that you're really like going for it. Like that's a bit much, man.
I mean, okay, fine. Just even if it's not severe, you just give it a smack on the head. I choose to believe like there are people that can discipline their dog really well, and they never had to succumb to any of that.
True.
So why does anyone have to succumb to that? That's what I always think. But it's so similar to like when you're raising a kid. Everyone knows that your kid can turn up fine. Who knows? I don't know the percentage. Maybe the kids that got beaten up, they are turned out even better.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But everyone always thinks that they're not going to beat their kid until they have a kid.
Yeah.
And then they realize like, damn, this fucking turd just doesn't want to listen. I've got to show him who's boss, right?
Yeah.
Smack him around. So, okay, so this is a scenario. Like I talked about this with previous guests. I asked Dennis recently. So, yeah, if your child is out in public, you're in the hawker shop, and then your 2-year-old toddler is on the floor rolling around and screaming like at the top of his lungs because he wants attention, right? What are you gonna do?
As a guy who's not a parent, it's like really hard to even know. But I'm sure it would be super hard to keep your cool. Like really hard to keep your cool. I think I'd like, if my 2-year-old toddler was having a tantrum, I'd probably just pick them up and like carry them out of the situation.
But you can't eat.
Then
and it can happen again.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, because
Yeah.
it's crazy because your kid knows what's up, man. The next time you guys go and eat, he's going to do the same shit because he wants that attention. It's like, yeah, let me get my solo time away from these fuckers. Yeah, so...
Kids get fucking manipulative, man.
Yeah.
An old colleague of mine told me a story where... He's Malaysian, by the way.
Yeah.
He was in a mall and his kid wanted to go into some shop and check out these like toys.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, cannot. We're in a rush. We need to go. We need to go. And then his kid said, we're going to go in there now because if we don't, I'm going to start saying you've stolen me and you've kidnapped me and stuff like this. To her fucking dad.
How old was the kid?
Like 6. To her fucking dad. Yeah. Can you imagine? And the guy was like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
your friend probably beat her up.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so think about this, okay? Like, you need to get people to grow, humans to grow, right? Growth is adversity, right? So picking your child up and putting them outside and, give them some sayang, that's not adversity. Adversity is... I mean, I know what I'm saying.
You think so?
No, I'm just saying, like, there's an element of fear after you get struck. Okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes, so... And it does work. Shit, man. Now I'm actually becoming more.
You sound like damn uncle right now. You're like I've just smacked you. Why? Because you need to go through adversity to be good.
but the reason why I'm saying all these things is because I cannot find any other way. How? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't tell me as well.
No, I wouldn't even know. Yeah, because I'm not a parent. But I'm sure there's like behavioural coaches out there who have some way of doing it, right?
What if the kid is smarter than the behavioural? No lah.
Bro's like, cut the shit. Let's smack the fuck out of him.
Dude, one time I was in grade 7. I went to school, my first day of school, and then this Malay kid, his arm was like bruised up badly.
Oh damn!
Then he told me like, yeah, yesterday I got in a fight with these boys in the neighborhood park,
Damn.
I'm like, fuck, this guy's hardcore,
Yeah.
And then he's like, just kidding. My dad whacked me with the belt.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. They're like, oh.
Damn.
So to him, it was like a normal day in the office,
That's like the weapon of choice, isn't it, for aunties here? It's a belt, it's a slipper.
It's cane.
Or a cane, or a rotan.
Belt is a bit higher level. Yeah, slipper is not as bad as belt, definitely.
My nan's weapon of choice on my dad was the spatula.
Spatula?
Because it would leave, it leaves like lines behind, leave like 3 lines behind, like a mark. So she enjoyed that on my dad, he tells me.
I think a belt is worse though.
Oh yeah, imagine.
Did you get hit with anything?
I don't remember actually. It was normally just hand.
Yeah, that's good.
The old-fashioned technique.
Yeah, open hand or fist?
Fist. I think my mum and dad's gonna go fucking Mike Tyson on me. Like, no, they just slap like that back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, so like you got beaten up yourself. Not beaten up, like you got physically
spanked, smacked, this kind of thing.
Yeah, physically disciplined. So it's no surprise like how the kids are here as well, all the parents.
Do you think it's going to carry on? Do you think the next generation is also going to be spank him and smack him?
That's interesting, So I don't know, man. I think maybe less.
Yeah. I think less. Less now. Yeah.
Like I said, man. I always grew up thinking like, what's the point? Why would you do that? I had my husky. I had a husky. I never beat my husky. My dad would beat the husky.
Oh really?
Yeah. Like he would drag the husky because huskies love to dig, so he would dig the garden up. So they don't listen, man. They're stubborn, especially huskies. They're super stubborn. They dig up the holes, and then my dad would tie him. And then the moment he tied my husky, right, my husky thinks that I'm going for a walk. Then when he knows that he's being dragged to the grass area, he just becomes...
Oh shit, he goes ragdoll, really?
Yeah, he goes ragdoll real quick like that. And then my dad drags him there and starts hitting him on the head with the slipper. And
Serious?
I was always against it, but then he's just... Yeah, my dad. He's going to do it.
Yeah, you're going to be like, it's either the dog or me. So like, well, what the fuck are we going to do?
I paid for this dog. I do whatever the fuck I want with him. Yeah.
Damn, man. Damn.
Okay, I think it's time to wrap, man.
Sure. Yeah, how long has it been? I don't even know.
2.5 hours at least.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah, bro.
Serious?
Alright, guys, we've reached the end of the episode. This is episode 78 of Let's Get It Podcast. Do me a favor, and I always forget to do this at the start of this episode, of any podcast, but yeah, if you're listening now, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, your thoughts, suggestions, who you want to see on the future episodes of the podcast. I'm always open to suggestions. I appreciate your support so far. Anyone who has actually listened to 2 hours or what, damn. Okay, I really appreciate that. If you guys want to see Ryan Howlett again on the podcast, let me know. And yeah, guys, give it up for Ryan Howlett, and we will see you guys in the next episode.
To my homies, I'm missing my oldies, my brothers, my cronies. We all went to court, but before only courts that we knew were the ones where we were shooting three, selling Kobe. To a legend, rest in peace to the old me, rest in peace to my brothers, rest in peace to my whole team. The oldest, I'm missing my shawty.